I'm doing a lot right now.
Again, I got to wear these to hear you.
Yes, I'm coming. I'm just trying to. A second.
All right, there we go.
How are you?
I am wonderful.
Anybody here yet?
No, nobody yet.
Okay.
Super Slide just stopped. That's kind of what I was waiting him out.
Who?
Super Slide.
Oh, okay.
He just stopped. So
Okay.
I figured why compete against him? Some of the same people that watch me check him out. So
Okay.
oh, there we are. The one. Thank you for joining me, Jacoby. Hello. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, Jacoby.
So this is the Awaken1 with me. And let me clear some energies. Rocky, thank you for joining me. And so tonight I have a guest, the Awakened One. We're going to go through a strong discernment, Derek. And so tonight I have the Awakened One with me. So she's going to give a little bit of her knowing and her specialty. And I guess we can start off with preparedness. So say you was in Texas, uh, what do you think? Like, how would you have been prepared for all that? Oh, yeah.
You asked me a question?
Yes.
Okay, darling. I didn't hear it.
I'm sorry. So if you was in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
how prepared do you think you would have been when the freezing temperatures hit?
I've lived all over the world, so when it comes to the cold, I don't like it, but I grew up. I'm Philly, and I lived in Canada. So, but when you in a state that is not accustomed, just like here, where I live in Atlanta, when it snows, they always evacuate the whole city. The whole state. They plumb lose their mind. People go to the supermarkets and they wipe out the shelves, and so people that are used to the snow and where we come from cold conditioned climates, we just look at the people like it's just the weirdest thing to see. It's the weirdest thing to see. It's amazing.
I remember when I lived in North Carolina and I worked for the water department. We didn't work when it rained.
What?
When it rained, we didn't repair water, anything, unless it was emergency. We didn't work when it rained. So we definitely didn't work when it snowed. And it didn't snow a whole lot the 7 years I lived down there.
Right.
But I think they would have been caught in a very similar situation.
Okay.
They're not used to the freeze coming in and staying as long as what it did. Because I remember years where I didn't even turn on my natural gas. I found out instead just use space heaters. So I put 3 space heaters. I had one of them old shotgun houses. You know how you come into the living room, you go into the bedroom, and in the back be the kitchen.
Yes.
And the bedroom had a bathroom in it too. So when people would go to the bathroom, they would walk through your bedroom.
Okay. Okay. Wow. That's okay.
I used to tell people like, no, go outside. You're not walking through my bedroom. Take your ass outside.
Right.
And so I understand what you're saying. That's how I think a lot of them got caught off guard.
Right.
And then the amount of people that died in camps, they ain't really saying them numbers yet. Right. It's got to be greater because a lot of people down there live outside. Again, when the weather is mild, you can live outside all year round.
Of course you can. And how is it? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
And how is it that the native Indians, come on now, can survive in any kind of weather, but we can't. We can't. You know, people are not natural survivalists. They depend on everything for their existence, and people are really in for a rude awakening. So it's going to be very interesting. I mean, I think it's going to be mass chaos, really, when the shit hits the fan.
I do. Alex, thank you. Return of Thoth, Merlin, and the Serpent, my brother. Thank you for joining me. Brian Johnson, thank you, and Ryan. No, you're absolutely right. They don't. They don't. And I've been lazy myself because there's a wood burning stove that is $50, and it'll heat up to 900 square feet. So it'll heat, like if I even brought it up here into my house, I could just kick out the air conditioner and run them pipes right out of that, and it would heat up most of this place.
Right.
So I mean, people don't consider, but now with the weather breaking, that's a whole nother thing. It's
Right.
easier to survive, and most of the country. Go ahead.
Do you mind that shifting gears for something that you and I was talking about earlier? I would really like to get some of the people's opinions about the article.
Go for it. Bring it up.
A friend sent me a link to CBS, and they had on their website today, it was talking about in 2021, this year, they are telling people to get ready for what else? But zombie-like apocalyptic zombies is coming this year. And this is coming straight from CBS themselves.
And let me add, okay, so what actually is happening is, again, the two-shot practice is to open. The first shot is to open your cells up. The second shot is to insert into the DNA. So this opens you up to a lot of possibilities. But what they are finding is the sunken eyes after the second shot. Now, your eyes may come back, but what we're seeing is the sunken eyes of, for most average people, at least a couple days, if not further, we're seeing the sunken eyes, which is a representation of having that zombie kind of look. And then if they put some type of nanotechnology in it, they can get you to do anything.
Well, and I also heard, and I don't know if you've heard this as well, this is all orchestrated. It's a plan to basically for them to own our DNA. And they want to own it because they want the people to have to pay them to get it back. Have you heard anything about that?
Well, that would be under the Holy See. I mean, really, that would be under the Holy See, because the Holy See says it owns all souls, future, unborn. It owns every soul. It's bound to this plane. So how wouldn't they own the DNA already under the Holy See?
Right.
They would already own it. So you would have to spiritually fight to get it back.
Yeah. So I mean, nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing surprises me anymore. So is anyone else have heard anything else to add to this?
Jeffrey said the CDC website. CJ says zombie apocalypse will be the second phase. Derek says zombies. Well, I got my gun. The one is like me. It's the archons. It's the AR archons are the reason for this. Eugene Newton put your DNA is who you are. All this is the biblical prophecy, says CJ, and Return of the Thought says the CDC guidelines. Yeah. I mean, really, if you remember, the original Walking Dead movie was these people were near an old army base. And this is a reported real event where these people was able to escape into a house, but the zombies got out of the army base.
Okay.
I mean, they've really never explained how that happened or what really happened, but we know that these people were attacked by beings that smelled their flesh and seemed to want to eat the other beings. And I mean, the zombie movies are so Like, remember, if the zombie eats your brains, you can get its memories. It gets your memories. Remember, that's what they were putting in. They're giving these zombies personalities. Remember, the one movie is the likable zombie. Remember that? That was on FX or the one. What was the one channel? But that was on one of the channels. The likable zombie, and then there was a dude living on the airplane. That zombie. So they're trying to already prepare you for people that aren't full zombie, but some zombie.
Well, and not only that, but and I hate to say this, but the white people already know they are orchestrating all of this. And every time I hear things like this, I was talking to a friend of mine. I read an article about a month about early in January, where Queen Elizabeth, and she made a statement, and she said that this will be the last. She said enjoy this Christmas because this will be the last Christmas. And her PR people took the ad down, so it's nowhere to be found. So I was fortunate enough to catch it early, but I was not able to share it with anyone else. So I mean, they are. This is already foretold. This is already foretold, and this is nothing new to them. This is all being orchestrated. So for those people who are not prepared, oh yeah, they're in for people who think, oh, this is ha ha funny TV, movies, whatever. You're in for a wide awakening.
Rocky asked, "What is the sunken eyes?" Man, gosh, look on one thing. Davina that I had on uh, last year, I had copied one of her posts. So if you go and look under my YouTube page under Brian Toby Macon, one of the side effects is the sunken eyes that is associated with the look of the zombies. Because if you look at the zombies, the eyes, what you see is you see that this part of the eyes becomes skeleton-like, like quicker than any other part of the body. It's like all this is looking normal, but what you see is all this fattiness around the eyes is gone. Like the puffiness under the eye and everything, all this is gone. And so what you see is you see the human down here, and you really see more of the skeleton like up here. All this fattiness around the eyes disappears. And so look on my page and you'll see I think it was Demita. Sorry if I said her name wrong, but Demita's. I shared one of her pages, and that's one of the side effects. So,
yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Well, you can find it, and that's why. And it's too late. It's too late for people that have taken the shot. It's too late. There's just not enough information. You just took it too soon. And I was talking about last night, you know how many people, they were saying some people were sharing caregivers. They was putting like caregivers have the opportunity to get a shot. And that's what's happening. I told a story of a person taking a person, and all of a sudden this person jumped up and was like, well, we can do you too. And so
and you do understand that the medical professions are not getting the same kind of vaccination that everyone else is. Y'all do know that, right?
Well, when they took off my other show, I said that very thing. My doctor told me straight up.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm gonna say it again. My doctor told me the very same thing. My doctor looked me in the eye and she told me she got the first thing, the 2 sets, and she said, but you won't be getting it. She straight up told me that. She said, you won't be getting what I got. That's what she told me. And right after I said that, they like bloop, they erased everything. But that's the truth. That's the truth.
Thank you for joining us.
I don't think people are getting this. It's important. Your DNA is who you are. It is a gift from the God. How are you known to him? If you change it, you will no longer be recognized. It's a good point. Censorship is the all-time high, and that tells me they're in the game. Yeah, it's too late for humanity. Yeah, it is. Hey, Nicole. It appears like it is, but still, it ain't gonna wipe out everybody. No. Again, that slow killing is what they got to do. They wipe out everybody. They get penalized, and not penalized, they get restart. So they're trying to avoid the restart. Is what they're trying to do. Avoid the restart, because when they've killed everybody in the past, they got restarted. Yes. I mean, just from if you really just even look at when they destroyed most of the Aztecs, what happened was a type of winter came, a nuclear winter almost,
Okay.
because a lot of people weren't in the fields, uh, growing crops. I mean, on a mass level, when the Spanish took over on a mass level, people weren't growing things. They killed all the men. They were enslaving the women and children and killed all the men. So no one was farming in these areas. And the country had a kind of ice age almost returning. So they don't want that. So what is like down there? Because like up here every day they're talking about more. They have more and waiting for people to come in. What are people down there saying now? The weather's breaking. I imagine the weather's breaking down there too, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It definitely is. We've been having such beautiful, beautiful weather lately. But the thing is, the radio, and I don't know if it's down there where you were at or everybody else, but the radio station personnel have been paid off, so they're promoting get the vaccination, get the vaccination. Oh, you gotta get it, because they've been paid off, and it's sad. It's sad.
I heard a commercial on a competing station. Like I knew the voice was a lady that worked at 89.9, but the commercial saying what you're saying, go down and get it, was on another channel. So I found that interesting that they picked up the commercial. So the commercial was a national service message. It wasn't just a general message for the radio station she worked for. To hear it on another site shows me it's a national service message. But again, they want to use, a voice we common with. We've been tricked like that. Put a sister or brother do the talking.
Right. But what was shocking was on my phone yesterday, I got an alert from CVS of all places asking, have you gotten your vaccination yet? I said, what? Just like one of those alert on that you get on the phone for a child abduction. Yeah, it came through like that. And it was like CVS saying, did you get your vaccination? It's not too late. Did you get your? I was like, wow.
Oh, they ain't sending you a number? They's telling me what number I'm in place.
What?
Yeah, they sent me the first time. They should send me some shit every week, say I'm this number. And then like last week, they just skipped me ahead and said, well, if you want to go in, because they going by age is kind of what they said. If you want to go in now, or your number is this. And so I ain't go in. So they send me, put me back into place in the line.
Okay. Sooner or later they're gonna come knock on your door, right?
Oh, something. Both my doctors was like, I hope you're comfortable. Like my rheumatologist, are you comfortable taking it? And I'll play the game. I'm like, by God, I can't wait. I'm all cheery and shit. I'm gonna take that shit, keep that shit.
Oh, so you have noticed that, Miss Nicole B? They're doing the same thing in Virginia, also where you're at. Yeah, it's just crazy. This is craziness.
Well, like somebody said, why is Johnson and Johnson one shot? Is because it'll do both. It'll open up the cell,
both. Yep.
And it will go into the DNA.
Yep.
See, the other shot was rushed quicker, so it takes two. It takes one to open your cells up, the other one to go in your DNA.
Yes. Yes. And I wanted to get your opinion on this because I have no thoughts to this, but a friend of mine who's a vegetarian, he said that, do you know that the zombies can't live in the host of the vegans and the vegetarians because they are flesh eaters, so they are the carnivorous type of people. So that they can't, and if it does, they do get it, it won't be able to live in the host of a body that's a vegan and a vegetarian. So I just thought, really? I've never heard this. And I don't see how that's possible because it affects the mind. It takes over the person's mind. So how would you know, oh, I'm not going to eat the flesh. I'm not going to eat you because I'm a vegetarian. I'm a vegetarian. But what are your thoughts on this? For real?
Any kind of parasitic activity, if you're not just living off the solar getting fed, if you're any kind of parasite other than that, you would be open to this shit. So that wouldn't stop you. You would still get it. That wouldn't stop you. Because what are they telling you? You lose your taste and your smell. That is setting you up to only smell flesh and only want to taste blood and flesh. That is what you're opening yourself up to, and that's why they're getting. The only other time, and I'm wrong. I'm gonna correct myself.
Okay.
So when you have the atomic therapy, the type of chemotherapy. That was the right word. When you have chemotherapy, it takes away your smell and your taste.
Yes, it does.
So why is this happening after taking this stuff? Well, again, you're going to be able to smell flesh and you're going to want to taste blood. And any
Yeah.
kind of parasitic behavior will, again, open you up to that. So, nah, they wrong. They would turn into that shit too. Let,
Yeah.
let, let us let one bite them and see. And they're, I'll tell you what,
And that's what I told. That's
the
what I
rest of the
told.
group, you let that one get bit and bring him into your house and see what happens.
Look, and you're gonna tell the person, "Don't shoot me. I won't eat you. I'm a vegetarian."
Remember, zombies only go down with headshots.
Right.
Headshots. You got to bust their head open and shoot them in the head. Remember that. Don't take it easy on the zombie. Hitting them in the stomach is no good.
What do you
Headshots.
mean? What do you mean, Jeffrey? They shut my channel. What does that mean?
Where do you write that? Vegetarians are so dumb and smelly. They fart all the time. I had 11 calls and put my voicemail. I'm currently busy. Please wait up to 2 hours and play elevator. It's
That's
going
funny.
blacks and Hispanics. Yeah, they are. Hey, Read My Soul, thank you for joining. COVID, what's happening? Thank you for joining. Ain't it like four? Yeah, it's four different ones already. Jeffrey, they shut my channel. Oh, okay. Return of the Thoth and Merlin and the Serpent. They shut two of his channels down.
Oh
And
wow.
he shared a CNN. He just shared a CNN news minute. But
Okay.
that's what they're doing. And I don't care what they say. I know
Yeah.
all I know is I was on 4 years of Trump. 4 years of Trump, and they ain't never shut my shit down.
Right.
Biden and them I think it was 3 days,
Mm.
like this the 9th, 8th, the 10th of January. And you can't tell me that's not influenced by that. And now the moderators is Google moderators. So somebody in Google is moderating every show, every live.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. T Gaming, thank you for joining.
Not late, darling. Never late. Never late.
Uh,
So check this out. I just finished doing a reading for one of my regular clients, right?
okay.
Hi everyone. Just to reintroduce myself, I am the Awaken1. I am a spiritual, what I consider oracle. I don't consider myself a tarot reader, but for the new age, if that's what resonates with you more, then so be it. So I was doing a consultation with a client tonight, and it's just amazing when you are tuned into this kind of a frequency and vibration, because you just never know how your gifts are going to come. And she has two little black cats, and she was upstairs and I was doing the reading for her, and all of a sudden I just started saying, and we're just going to use the name, we'll just say Beefy, whatever, Beefy. So I'm like, check Beefy, check Beefy. And she was like, Beefy? She was like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know. The message just told me, go check Beefy, check Beefy, check Beefy, check Beefy. So as I'm saying that, she's walking downstairs, and just at that moment, because she gives out a scream, the cat was on the counter. She had a bag of fish, and he was about to go to town. So when she came, she scared him, and and he dropped the bag on the floor. But I just kept saying, check Beefy, check Beefy. So it's just so amazing how things come. And my guides be serious with stuff when the information is just unbelievable. Like, I got embarrassed last week because this one client, um she's going through some things that she's insecure about herself, and she's in a relationship with a new guy where she's supposed to be flying in to go meet the guy. And so she's like, yeah, I'm not gonna have sex, I'm not there yet, I'm not confident. And I said, "Oh no, sweetie." I said, "You're going to be having sex. I see you're having sex. You are definitely." And this is like Friday, right? I say, "I see you having sex." Well, guess what, Brian? We go to this party, right? Make a
Okay.
long story short, she hooks up with a guy from the party, and we're leaving the party. I'm like one of the last people to leave. We're leaving the party, and this girl's in the car having sex with the guy. So I was just like, "Oh my God." So we just don't understand how the gifts work, but the gifts is real, y'all. The gifts is real. This is a real story. And but I told her the night before, I said, "Oh no, I see you having sex," but I'm thinking it's the boy, the guy, she gonna hook up with. Oh, she definitely hooked up with somebody.
She didn't tell you
She
my
didn't
name,
tell you
did
my
she?
name, did she?
She didn't tell me that. So anyway, y'all want to can we get to it? To get some reading going here.
Go ahead.
So I just want to, let's see. Actually, I found my original first cards that I've ever used. And I love these cards. I've put them away for some years now, and I don't know why. I think we have reconnected, and I just feel like I want to go back to the start. I want to go back to the start, y'all. And just keep in mind this is a general reading, but I would like to do something different tonight as well. I would like to do some intuitiveness from the group and what I'm sensing, if it's okay with everyone. And hopefully y'all feel free to acknowledge if it's talking about you.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. So let's start off with some kind of message we have here for the group. You can keep talking. I'm just shuffling. You're good. Time.
I had to give my daughter a kiss. She's going. All right, I'll see you in the morning. Lock my door, please. She'll be out there. She'll be out there in a minute.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right. Just doing daddy duties. That's all. Let me see. Eugene, I forgot to say, I went to order cow feed. Wow, 10 tons a month. Wow, that has to. What did you do, Eugene? What did you end up doing? That's wow. You talking about you get a tractor trailer full? Yeah, I had to come in earlier to get her in. She don't stay up late as me. I gotta stay up late though because I think my friend from England is gonna check in with me about 2 in the morning. So I'm gonna be going for a minute. I think she's gonna check in at 2. So we'll see. I need to do a reading on me. If she has time, it would be cool if I had. There's something happening to our cow feed supply. I thought for a while now that they were going to take aim at our beef. We would be starving if this keeps up. Wow. Wow.
All
She
right,
out
y'all.
there?
They talking.
All right. Love you. See you.
They are
In the morning.
talking.
Wow, that is crazy, Eugene. Can you
Yes.
go to another state or get the feed rerouted or something? Because that's significant. That's a significant amount. That's a tractor trailer full. Couple of them. Wow. Wow. You know what? I'll go up to check Fleet Farm or Farm Fleet. I forget what they're called here. See how they're doing. Because I hadn't heard that. Wow. I know before COVID started, I know they was having a problem with the beef supply and the feed getting out. When was that period? Remember that happened before all this COVID. That happened like was it last fall? It was something with the chicken supply, and it was something for the like Wisconsin had a big hit on their chicken supply, and all the chicken went up in price. But I want to say beef was involved. But I know chicken took a big supply, like chicken took a hit in 19, especially in Wisconsin. And this was before all this stuff. Oh, wow. I have a backup plan. I have a backup plan to backup plan as well. Yeah, that's good to hear.
Right.
That's good to hear.
All right, guys. So, wow. I'm going to say this. Somebody in this group is thinking about moving. And when I say move, it could be not move to a new home or a place of employment. But the guides are telling me yet that the timing is right for this venture to happen, and a happy outcome follows you with this new adventure. But there's definitely somebody here that's moving into a newness, new work, new place. Is this resonating with anyone at this time? Anybody feeling this? Somebody is moving. Someone's moving. There we go.
Turn of
Yes,
Thoth says he's moving in 7 days.
yes. So it says that this is a happy move, and this new move is going to usher in positive new energy. Yes, they said the timing is right for this new venture, and it said a happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Yes. Okay. So and it came through twice. So when something comes through twice, that is absolute confirmation that the timing was good for this to happen. All right. So trust your instincts that you made the right decision. And so that's good for that. Somebody in this group got some money coming to them. The money card is here. Someone has prosperity coming to them. Maybe it is the full-time job. Maybe more money is coming in, but someone in this group got some money coming. So what I would say on that is keep your vibration high. Yeah. Keep your vibration high, because you don't want to do anything to cause the delay in this money. And what I mean by that, let's take for an example, the person that's moving to Houston. You might be feeling frustrated with the money. All this money is coming out for the move, and oh my gosh, and you just paid all this money to relocate, and now you got to do this, you got to do that. Whatever happens, don't fall into doubts. Even with this new full-time job, did I do the right thing? Oh, it's a lot being put on me right now. Oh, they working me to death. I'm doing a lot of, listen, whenever this stuff comes to you, push it aside, because money is coming. And when you start to go into the 3D way of thinking, you will block it. Not to say that it's going to stop it, but you can delay things. Okay. So I want you guys, anything that comes in and you feel yourself going into that, oh, woe is me. Oh, I don't know. Did I make the right decision? Shake it off. Shake it off. And I want you to stay focused, because your money is coming. You say, well, I wish that would be because I need money. Well, right there, the wrong thing to say, Mr. T Gaming, is if you're saying that you wish money to come, then you're telling the universe that you have lack. And you never want to do that. So instead of you say, I wish that money will come because you need it, why don't you say, thank you. Thank you, because I am a money magnet. I just want you every day, Mr. T, listen to me, Gaming. Every day this week, I want you to say, I am a money magnet. I am a money money just keep coming to me. And okay, you just got that electric bill. That's okay, because the money coming to pay for this. You know what I'm saying? So I need for you to turn around and remember, the universe hears us. It hears our thoughts, and it hears and everything is vibration. So if you live in a state of lack, then they're gonna keep giving you more of that. But if you turn that around and say, thank you, yeah, oh wow, look at that fabulous new dress. I'm gonna be in that. That I deserve. Oh yes, that is mine. The universe gonna say, well, okay, this person wants these things, and this is what the universe will grant you. The universe only grants you what you ask for. So if you keep saying, I don't have enough money, oh, I can't afford this, oh, then the universe say, well, this is the state that they want to stay in, and they're going to continue to keep you in that kind of vibration.
Let me add this. If you just get the money and you turn around and spend it, you didn't get the energy out of it. Because if you just turn around and give it back to somebody else, you somebody else is receiving it and you're not really receiving it.
Whoa. Someone here says I'm gonna read this to you. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Does that resonate with someone? Your mom, my mom's passed away when she was on her birthday. Oh, okay. I have been in a dark place for a long time. She died of cancer. Everything that happened to her and everyone else and happened to her and everyone else is what? I don't see the rest of it. She died of cancer. Everything that happened to her and everything else is. Keep going, Jeffrey. But okay, so going back to this, Jeffrey, I'm going to come back to you in a second because I want to go deeper and see if I have your permission. I will. That's you, Rocky. Okay, one moment, Rocky. Jeffrey. Okay, let me see who. The direct cause of how many people who are on drugs, people who kill. So everything bad has been the cause of the Illuminati. Okay, well, Jeffrey. Once again, we're not going to speak. We're not going to speak the negative, but I'm gonna come back to you, Jeffrey, and I would like to have your permission to see if we can speak to your mother and see what she wants to tell you at this time. But hold on, let me come back to you, Rocky. Okay, Rocky, what's going on, my friend? Okay, because I feel like you have been going through it, and Rocky, you are holding in a lot right now, and you're taking it personal. And Rocky, can you hear me? Okay. I just want to make sure you're still there. And give me a sign that you're still there, Rocky.
Lag, so just go ahead, keep chopping. He's there.
Okay. So yeah, you have a lot of letting go that you need to do. Oh, you at work. Okay, no problem. But it's okay for me to talk. I'll talk and you just listen. Okay. When I start my design, forget I can't. Okay. So Rocky, I feel like your guides are saying that you need to release this situation. And once you're able to release all that blockage that you're holding on to, then once you heal that, let it go, greater things are going to open up to you. And then you're going to be just fine. But you got to learn to let go and to trust. And just know, the key word is knowing that everything is going to be just fine. Okay? All right. All right. There's a caution in here for somebody. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. Thank you, Rocky. Caution is warranted. So somebody is having some kind of, you're welcome. Someone is, and Rocky, I sense from you that you're a type of person, when you love deep. You love deep, Rocky, and you give 1,000% because you're a giver. And my guides are telling me that you need to do more for Rocky, because I feel like you letting yourself go. You're not doing enough for yourself. And I need for you to spend some time this week. Rocky, I want you to take a bubble bath this week. And I want you to have the best bubble bath you ever had. Turn off the light, sit in the tub, put on some music, eat some grapes, whatever. And I want you to enjoy that bubble bath like it was the best thing ever. And I want you to pamper yourself. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? Because Rocky, you can't, and I get it. You one of the people that rah cheerleader. You want everybody to be your friend. What's WUT? What you think? What's WUT?
What you think, or I think he's thanking you.
Okay.
Thank you for joining me, Valerie.
Hi, Valerie. Okay, Jeffrey curves me and her. I truly works for me, and I feel. Jeffrey, I'm hearing a lot of negativity right now. But Jeffrey, I'm gonna do something special for you right now. Hold on. I wanna see if we can have a talk with your mother. Okay, what? Rocky, what? Okay. Hold on, because I wanna see if we can get a special message from your mom. What do you mean what, Rocky? What do you mean what? I want you to.
Like surprise.
Oh, you
What?
was laughing at the bubble bath? Yes, I want you to do. I want. Yes, you gotta let them thoughts go, man. Gotta let them go. And enjoy that bubble bath, Rocky, because I'm gonna come back and ask you about it, and you gonna tell me. Don't you ain't gonna be hide from me. I want you to turn on the music, Rocky. Rocky, I want you to get a cigar. I want you to smoke the heck out of that cigar. You understand what I'm saying to you? Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy that bubble bath like it's the best thing ever. And turn your phone off. You hear me, Rocky? You turn that phone off. Um,
Thank you for joining us.
I'm sorry. Hold on, this is one of my clients calling for a reading. What the heck? Hold on. One moment, please.
Harder to let thoughts go. Uh, don't ponder. Again, know that the extra thoughts is your thoughts. If you have an attachments will push thoughts upon you. So the thing is find your center and make sure they're your thoughts. Because again, fear can come from all different sides. So if you letting it in, you're expanding it. So don't expand it. Don't expand it. Make sure your thoughts and know that fear ain't real, just danger is real, but not fear. Because we adapt. That's part of being humans is whatever comes up, we can adapt to it. So
okay. Going back to Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Jeffrey? Okay. Bobby. Okay. I want to call for Bobby at this time. I want to know what is the message for Jeffrey at this time. What is the uh-oh. What? Uh-oh. I didn't even start showing 2 cards fell out already. Hold on, Jeffrey. Hold on.
that energy kicked them out your hand.
Yeah. What is the message at this time? The message at this time. What is the message at this time? And let me tell you something. It's funny because going back to that client, the one that I did a reading for tonight, she and I have one other client. 100% of the time, I'm always going to pull the money cards for them 100% of the time, because some people, their vibration just always, money just keeps coming. Okay. So we're at the end of the reading, and I'm like, wow, I pulled the money card. And I'm like, that's weird. And I was like, hold on, I just want to do one more pull for you. And just when I said that, 2 cards fell out, and one of them was the money cards. I was like, yeah, because I was like, I knew it. Some people 100% of the, some people just never have to worry about finances, but yet they don't believe. 100%. It's already knew. I said, no, this reading ain't complete till we pull that money card. Some people just have that. All right, Jeffrey. As I was saying that, the money card just pop up. All right. I want to give our man Jeffrey here some relief. He's going through a lot. I just want to know, what is the message? What is the message at this time? Calling on the mom. I'm gonna call for Miss Bobby. I hate to bother you at this time. I know it's late. I just wanted to know, Jeffrey's hurting right now. I just wanted to know if there is a message. Okay, thank you. Is there anything else that we want Bobby to know at this time? Give him some relief for him at this time. Jeffrey, do you know someone named Eugene or Jean? Eugene? I'm getting a E, a U, Eugene, Eugene. I'm seeing a Eugene. Hello, you there, Jeffrey? Okay. Do you know I'm getting the name of a Eugene or Jean? G-N-E. Hold on. Gosh darn, these cards are just talking tonight. Oh, okay, it's a lot coming in here. And there, that money card again. Somebody got some serious, 3 times the money card has shown itself to me tonight. Somebody is getting some serious money coming in. And when you get this money, I want you to come back to this show, and I want you to, even if I'm not here, and I want you to tell B, yo, your girl was right. But this is 3rd time confirmation. Somebody got some money, some nice money coming. Some nice money coming. So y'all promise me to do that, okay?
Jeffrey said Bobby Jean.
Huh?
Jeffrey said Bobby Jean.
Oh, Bobby Jean. Okay, that's what it is. I'm here. Okay. He said, I hope it's me. Well, claim it, Dr. Sinister. Claim it. Claim it. Jeffrey, there's a lot going on in here. One, my guys are telling me you need rest and rejuvenation. You're not taking care of yourself. You're stressing out. And your mother doesn't want that. So they're telling me to stop. Stop it. And they want you to catch up and get some rest. Because the way you're going, if you don't stop, you're going to drop. You're going to fall. Things are going to be chaotic around you because you're putting that out in the universe, the energy. Do you understand me? So the first thing you need to do is to get you some rest, eat, get your food up, get your nutrients up. I need you to start drinking some more water. Are you listening to me, Jeffrey? This is for you. Anxiety. There we go. Anxiety. That's you. Looking all sad and down. I get it. I get it, Jeffrey. This is you. Money is on fire because I took charge. There you go. What number should I play? You know what? Don't play with me, James. James, go somewhere.
James.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Return of the Thoth, Merlin and the Serpent. He wants you to do a little thing on him when you're done with Jeffrey, if you don't mind.
Where's Marilyn? Which one is him?
Return of Thoth, Merlin and the Serpent.
Okay.
Yeah, he wants you, and when you get done with Jeffrey, if you can.
And what is he saying? Elder, tell her what's going on with me. What do you mean?
He's coming from a big move, and a lot of things are working for him. So he just wants to just confirm that things are still going to go that way for him. That's all.
Okay. One moment. Jeffrey, guess what? You got some new beginnings and great creativity coming to you. New beginnings is coming to you. Look at that. So that's why they're probably trying to tell you to get the resting now while you can. Because I feel like and look at this storm, there's a storm warning coming, but that's okay. Don't get scared. Don't get nervous. People get storm. And that's not, sometimes because you have to go through some things. But that's when the sun comes out. And that's what I pulled, the sun card here. You hearing me, Jeffrey? Hi, Normalized Society TV. You want to catch that person up?
Awaken1 here, and she's looking into doing some readings for some.
Doing the readings for you guys. Okay, so Jeffrey, the storm warning is saying it indicates a potential difficulty either in the external world or within yourself and your emotional life. Look at that. Look at that. That what I tell you about the anxiety, the rest, rejuvenation, because you're bringing all that karmic ness to yourself. So, well, and that's the thing. When you don't do these things, you're actually you're making your mother sad, because she doesn't want, she see you like that, and no mother wants to see their child, suffering. She doesn't want that. She says she wants you to be laughing, Jeffrey, listen to me. You're going to be okay. And it's okay for you to go through this phase, but you got to take better care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself. You got to get that rest in. You got to eat. You got to eat. Okay, and get your energy up. And I'm saying this to you. Let me tell you something. And I know you guys don't know me. Well, when I speak things, it happens. So when I'm telling you, it's for a reason. And I sense for you, Jeffrey, I sense that you need to get that rest, because when this new opportunity comes for you, you're going to be so busy. You're going to wish you listened. You're going to wish you listened. Okay, one moment, James. Okay, Jeffrey, I'm going to move on because I have some other people, but I just want to conclude with this. The last thing they're saying is strategy. Make a plan. So what I want you to do, Jeffrey, I need for you to start journaling. Start journaling, and I want you to write out like the things that you want for your life. Not so much the far future, or like right now, your expectations and your goals. Write them out on a consistent basis. And I want you to write about the direction you want to go. Okay? And it's saying here, consider any potential change in course that may be needed. So be open-minded to things. Be open-minded, because I feel like it's something that is not your norm. It's going to be new for you, and you're going to doubt it, but just know when it comes, it's going to be okay. It's new is good for you, and be open to change. All right, Jeffrey. Well, thank you. And your mom says she loves you, and she does not want you like this. She does not want this.
Deep, normalized society, very deep too. Thank you.
Who was the other one, Brian, that we
Return
saw?
of the Thoth Merlin and the Serpent.
Okay, and where is that? Touch this current.
Yeah, and he just wanted to give you some brief things of he's about to move, and so he's going through
Okay,
a big transition, and
okay.
you know,
So
he's
you want
kind
to
of
know about the move? Okay,
well the move, and just how things are moving for him, not just the move, but even the
okay,
continuance of the move.
okay. One moment. Okay, I don't even have to go there. My guide says, "Boy, you don't know." He's like, "You know, so why are you questioning?" They told me you know. Why are you questioning? Yes, hold up your head, Jeffrey. Where we at? Marilyn and the Serpent. Did you hear me? Do you hear me? Merlin and the Serpent. They said you already know, so why are you questioning? This is a good. I don't need the confirmation. They said that everything is going as planned. Yes. So why are you questioning?
Yeah, I think he's listening.
Live your life, man. Live your life, and just keep your vibration high. I don't even have to go into all of that. You're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be better than fine. And I want you to repeat this every day and in every way. My life keeps getting better and better. Did you hear me, Marilyn? Keep repeating that every day. Merlin, excuse me. Every day when you wake up, I want you to say it. Play this back when we get off and say those words every day when you wake up and every night before you go to sleep. Every day and every way, my life keeps getting better and better. Yes? Okay. Who was the other one? I'm sorry.
Up here, Rocky, Rocky. Oh, Rocky says his name is Brian too. Yeah, my real name is Brian.
No, I didn't. You're a y'all.
Yeah, you see, you busting me out. You busting me out. You gonna have people knocking on my door now. Hey, is Brian in there?
Right. All right. Who was the other?
You on YouTube? Let's see. Who was next? Valerie. I'm being honest, my mother. Oh, right here. James. James said his mother's name is Vanessa, and she has passed, and she had passed from cancer. So he's wondering if there's any communication for him.
No, wasn't that? Oh, that was from James too. Your mother also passed from cancer, James.
Yeah, his mother was Vanessa. The other one was Billie Jean. But
Yeah,
he said his mother's name Vanessa. So if there's anything
Vanessa.
there.
Hold on, something's telling. Yes, this one. Hold on. This is for James, right? James. Uh-oh. Wow. Okay. Okay. Anything else for James? Anything else for James? What else message we want to give for James at this time? What else message do we want to give for James at this time? What else message do we want to give for James at this time? James at this time. Uh-oh. It's not going to take this much. I need it. Ooh. Okay, talking. One moment. Clear and concise. Clear and concise at this time. Hold on. James, give me 1 second. Something is coming through. There's somebody in the group that's either about to have a baby or planning on having a baby. I'm seeing a birth from somebody in this group. I see a pregnancy for somebody in this group. Then my ladies, somebody. Okay. I see. No, there's a pregnancy for somebody in this group. There's a pregnancy going. Come on. Come on. But hold on. Let me get back to James. There's a pregnancy. There's somebody in this group. Maybe y'all don't know it yet. Well, no pregnancy. That's okay. Ain't concerned because somebody pregnant. I'm telling you, somebody pregnant. All right, hold on. Where we going? What message for James at this time? What else message for James at this time? What else message for James at this time? Uh-oh. Thank you. Okay. James, you there? All right. You as well too, James. It's saying that you need to take better care of yourself. They want you to get a massage, a sea salt bath, or a pedicure, and just relax. So you too, you're not keeping up with yourself. All right. So you got to work on that, you guys. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, and I know you feel like giving up, and you're going through it right now, and it's okay to go through it right now. I'm not going to tell you that you shouldn't. I'm not going to tell you that, but you have to come first. You got to put yourself first. You got to get that rest in. You got to get that me time in. And you just running. That's not going to, I understand trying to keep your mind idle, but you're going to crash. You're going to crash. Um, I have here, your guides are talking to you, and they said that now that you're open, that when they say your guides, that's your mother, that's above, that's watching over you. So she is here to watch over you. It's now said, now that you are open to your guides, your mother, receiving divine guidance and assistance. You guys don't understand that when you have a loved one that passed, and I'm not trying to be not sincere when I say this, but it's such an honorable thing because you have guides above you to watch you on the 3D world. It's like having a 24/7 security. And I mean you really can't do no wrong because you're gonna always be protected. Y'all, whoa, Lord, y'all. And so basically I'm being told the message to you is, I feel like your mother, it has been trying to communicate with you, but because you're in that dark place right now, you're blocking it, so you can't hear the message that's being conveyed to you. But she's leading you towards the answer to your prayers. She's saying, listen and follow the steps that she's communicating through your intuition, your thoughts, and your dreams. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, James? She's leading you to something, and this is between you and her. So it's not for me to put it out here. And she said that a need for you, that's why it's important, you guys, to keep your energy up and keep your diet up. Okay. So you don't have to, and the thing about the spirit world, I know it's like, well, what is it? How will I know? But you don't have to worry about any of that. It's going to be presented to you, James. The information is going to be presented to you. So again, listen to your intuition. You might be driving and you might see a billboard and you're like, that's kind of strange. Listen to your intuition, your thoughts, and it's going to be revealed to you. But you're going to be okay, James. You're going to be just fine. All right? All right, who's next? Thank you, James. Hang in
Val-
there, my friend.
Valerie's next.
Okay, Valerie, what's going on with Valerie? Where is she? Where is she?
Yeah,
What's
Valerie
going
said
on, Miss
she said she wasn't pregnant, but she was wondering if there's any.
It's okay.
it,
It's okay. But
it,
somebody, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say
oh,
this again.
but
Huh?
Dr. Sinister said he's having a he'll be a grandfather next September.
Okay, but somebody pregnant in this group. Somebody got somebody.
Okay.
It don't have to be immediate somebody, but somebody having a baby. Yes. Okay, Valerie, where you at? Where you at? Where you? I lost you. What was her question? Where you at, Valerie? So I know.
She's up a little bit, but
Oh, she's up. How do I get up there?
so if you
Valerie,
scroll up,
do you mind? Okay, hold on.
and she just had a general
Oh, there she go.
yep, she
But
said
I
like
just,
I
I
would
just
just
got
like a
no.
little bit.
I would like a reading too. Oh wait, who's that? So I would like a reading too.
Nicole would be after that if you could.
So Valerie, you just want a general?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think she just wants a general.
Okay. I think. All right.
And she goes, I went back to school to finish what I started. So that's
Okay.
the energy she's putting into it.
Okay. Is this venture right for Miss Valerie? 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 You go back to school at this time. What do you want us to know, Miss Valerie? What do you want her to know this time? Going back to school. Is the timing right for this venture to happen? What can you tell me this time, please? Thank you. Thank you.
So she added, Valerie added, my aunt passed from breast cancer and her grandmother's battling breast cancer. And is there any messages from, I think, her departed aunt or her grandmother being sick? What's the energy? You come up with a question as well as you thinking Nicole is next. So you come up with a question as well, Nicole.
Oh, Valerie, something going on here. Hold on. Whoa.
What's a message from her aunt?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Valerie, 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 what is going on? I got the hostility, the deceit, and the envy card. Valerie, what is going on? Somebody is jealous. Somebody that's close to you is not being who they're claiming to be. And this is not good. This is not good. Somebody is envious of you. Um, right. What can you tell me more about this, Valerie? But there's somebody envious that's around you, and there's deceit going on. I pulled the envy, the deceit, and the hostility. There's a lot going on. Not only that, guess what? Your auntie came through. She says, "Angel of love." Your auntie came through, Valerie. She sure did. Yes, really. But to answer the first part, did you understand what I just said to you? You need to be careful because there's somebody in your circle that's pretending to be what they're not. And I'm talking envy, deceit, and hostility. This is not good. I'm talk. What do you mean I'm talk? What do you mean what do you mean? Give me clarity on I'm talk. What do you mean by that? I'm talk.
I think she means she said thank you to her aunt, and I think she's just
Okay, Valerie, you're up. So this is your chance to talk, darling.
yeah, I'm not
But
sure. Go
your
ahead.
angel is basically angel comes with roses in her hair and rose-colored wings. She holds a rose quartz heart, radiant, tender, and loving vibrations, bringing you compassion and affection.
She said I'm talking to a friend and I'm hesitant towards her. So you
If
might be
you're
right on
looking,
spot about that.
if you're looking for new love, this angel brings a message of its upcoming approach. Or if you're longing for a deeper, more intimate connection with someone already in your life, she's here to say that far greater tenderness is available to you. But either way, remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward. Okay? So that means that you gotta love Valerie first. You got to do for Valerie first. And the
And she
angels,
said,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, I was going to say, she says she's talking to a friend, and so she's hesitant towards her, and so maybe that's what you're picking up on, the person that's not being.
Yeah, yeah. What I'm telling you, listen to me when I say this to you. The hostility, the deceit, and the envy card. That's never happened before. So this is mean this message is serious and you need to take it serious. Okay. But this person is like a sheep in wolves clothing. Do you know who that is? You need to get away from that person. You need to get away from that person. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I think it's coming in pretty clear.
Okay. Okay. But this auntie right here and sending you love and light your way. So whenever and you know what, your guys, I'm talking to all the group. When someone passes, there's nothing wrong with reaching out and talking to them and wanting to talk to them. If they love to hear, they want you to talk to them. So whatever it is you're going through, talk to them. That's what they're there for. That's what your guides are there for. And it's okay. You know, a lot of times people want to hold things in, blah blah. Talk to them. Trust me, they want communication from you because that's what they're there is to love you and to protect you. And like I said, for those people who have had someone to pass over, because I've had two, it's kind of you're protected. You are protected, and let me tell you something. Your ancestors ain't gonna let nobody touch you. That ain't gonna happen. You better. I don't know about that, but my minds will fight. Might as well cause some wrath. so so just know that. Just know that it's okay for you to communicate with them. Just know that they got your back. Valerie, kick this person to the curb. They're not good. And let's move on. Who's next?
Nicole.
Nicole. What was Nicole's?
She says she's been dealing with anxiety and stress with her family, and she just wants to know if it's going to clear the path, or perhaps how she can prepare to clear it herself. If that makes any sense for me, if I interpret it right. But I think she also wants to know is, how long will it pass, or does she need to prepare herself, to be a little stronger and handle it? Which ways to possibly handle it?
Okay. Hi, Nicole. You welcome, Valerie. You welcome. Not a problem at all. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Excuse me. Um, Nicole, so I pulled the yin yang card for you, which speaks about passive, active, intuitive, and logical. So this card represents energetic life cycles, and its purpose is to help you identify the particular cycle energy moving in or out of your experience. Okay, so in this upright position, because it's not in reverse, says we're most be happening under the surface of things. This is a time of great receptivity, intuition, and gestation. Okay. And that external circumstances may be forcing you to go within and examine present activity. Okay, so what that means basically is we have this thing called our intuition, and when things come at us, we already hold the key We already hold the key, and I feel like this is a time for you to trust yourself, trust what you're sensing about this situation, because I feel like you already know, you already hold the key about it, but you got to go within for the answers, meaning spending some time with yourself, because there's a reason why you're going through this. But I feel like your guides are already directing you on what's happening with this situation. I feel like it's going to be okay. Um, but they're strongly suggesting, what's that? The truth, the color. They're strongly suggesting, and a lot of times people, and this is for all of you, when you get into these these minor tiffs, what we want to call them, um it's just the universe telling us to be still and to wait on answers. Go within, meditate, get some silence, because the answers are going to come to you. But I feel like everything is happening. It's like cycles. So I feel like you're going to get through this. And there's a lesson in this. That's why you're going through it. There's a lesson to be learned. And I feel like in order for you to get this lesson, like I'm telling you, you have to go within, because I feel like there's a message that you need to learn from this. And the only way you're going to get that answer is by going in and being still, being quiet, and what you feel, what you're sensing, that's going to be the key. That's going to be, you'll know what to do. You'll know what to do. And what was the other part of it? I'm sorry, Brian. What was the other second part of the question? Are you talking? Because for some reason I can't hear anything you're saying. Let's see what happened.
I'm sorry. So what she's been saying is she's dealing with anxiety and stress with the family and just seeing will it pass?
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. So that's the answer there I gave you. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I know, James. I feel like I need to give them some too. Give them some for me too, James. All right. Let's take one more person. Who else we got here? I'm
um,
sorry.
ga- Gaming said he wanted one, but he has not asked a question. So gaming, are you T gaming? But he has a question. He didn't give a question. Yeah, I know. I know. Return of thought. I know. I was. I
I'm
started.
sorry, y'all. My throat is killing me because I did a reading with somebody before this. So my throat's like, eh. So we will take one more. I'm tired. I had a long last couple hours. So who was it?
Yeah,
Gaming.
gaming. He has not asked a question though. So you got to ask a
All
question,
right,
gaming.
all right. We're gonna wait on you. Take your time. You are okay. Give my throat a break.
I had mentioned this yesterday, and so I think I was telling you we talked earlier. My lady friend is she was telling me, she was like how the transition from 4D into 5D, and like I always teach, like you can't really hear a person that's flat plane unless you put yourself in the flat plane,
Mhm.
and and I don't know where my pyrite is, but so you have to put yourself where you can't really hear them. And so she was saying that, and as she said it, like I shifted into 4D and 5D so I could hear. And it was such a big shift. I didn't, she had to have seen it. And I was talking to her earlier. She's like, why didn't you let me know? I'm like, because when I shifted, generally I shift by myself because, again, I'm joining a person. But when I moved, her vibration moved right with me. I was like, oh, so it's
Hmm.
kind of interesting. She didn't feel it though, but I
Right.
watched both of us because normally I can shift so much with a person be on the other side of the room and then I got to come back. But it was like we both, like it was like we shifted together and it caught me by surprise. I was like, all right, all right. She caught the
Wow.
vibration and just moved with it.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm going to college to study, and I just wanted to know if I'm on the right path. That's
Yes,
what
you're on
Mr.
the right
T.
path. I'm already got it. Yes, darling, you're on the right path. Yes, without a doubt. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Let me go deeper. Hold on. Hmm. Yeah. Let me I want to confirm. That's nice. Hold on. Hold on, gaming. One moment. Yes. Yes, yes. Ooh. Yeah. I hate when these cards go across the room. Hold on. They're like, you gonna get this message. Okay. That's the confirmation. What else you want to know? Somebody pregnant. Okay, I just want to say it. Sorry. I didn't want to know the college. Y'all make sure y'all come back and tell Brian all this stuff, okay? Because he gonna tell me. Right, Brian?
Mm-hmm.
You okay? Okay, okay. Anything else for gaming at this time? Uh-oh. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Is there any other Woo! All right, let's do this. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Well, all right now. Woosah. What is might be Christina? I'm high quality H2O. Okay, I don't know that. But somebody. All right. Where we at? Gaming. This is for any messages from friends too. All right, gaming. I pulled the hostility card, but that's okay. Let me calm down. Calm down. Excuse me. I feel that the aggressive energy that I'm picking up with this hostility, maybe verbal, emotional, with someone in your environment, somebody that's around you right now, being excessively critical and demanding or even hurtful. And I feel that there's some backstabbing going on as well too, and slander. Are you feeling me when I'm saying this? Gaming. You know who this is? What's going on? Hold on. This thing is coming up. I don't know. This thing is coming up. So
So he said yes.
There's some conflict. I can't see. So, there's some words. This box is popped up and I can't get rid of it on my.
Yeah, he's saying yes.
He's saying yes. Okay, I
Yeah,
can't.
he's saying yes. He was listening, saying yes.
Okay, so that's okay. Cause let me tell you something, game. And guess what? Guess what? Let me tell you something. Guess what card came after that? The money card. So guess what? Don't worry about it because the money came and you got some money, that's okay. And I feel like whatever this career path is, it's a good career path. I feel that it's going to be financially good for you. Stick through it. There is going to be some rough moments, with school. You're going to have your doubts. It's okay. Go through it, but stick through it because money coming and it's going to keep coming. So don't worry about that. That's you're in a good field. You're going to be okay. I got the all tied up again. Don't worry about it. I'm sensing that school is going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of your time, and you're going to feel like all I do is school, school, school. Let me tell you, you better stick with that school because you're going to be financially good. So it's supposed to be rough. It's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's worth having, hey, this is what you got to go through. So you are going to have to make a lot of sacrifices right now. You might not have the time to date. You might not have the time for this. You might not have the time for that. So what? I'm telling you, you're going to be successful at the end. Stick it through. It's going to be tough. Stick it through because it's going to pay off at the end. I also have the final card for you is I see a woman holding a coin. It's a woman holding a coin, finances. So I have to get me some water too because my throat is like, I feel like I've been doing so much talking tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. So there's when I have a woman holding a coin. So there's some kind of female connection coming in with that money. I feel like there's somebody female wise that's going to help you to get this money. Yeah, it's a feminine energy that's coming in to help you, a woman. And I feel that yes, and I feel she's an older woman. So look out for her. But you don't have to worry. You're so protected. And when I say protected, you're good. You're good. It's going to get rough. You're going to have moments. It's okay. That's what school is about. And it's not, with everything going on, it's going to be kind of, tricky and yeah, it's going to be some moments. Don't give up. Listen to me. Don't you give up. Do you hear me? Promise me right now that you're not going to give up. Promise me. Because I'm telling you, if you can see the outcome that I see for you, you'll be kicking yourself if you don't finish. Promise me. Say yes. I promise.
And Valerie wanted to know if you have PayPal or if you got Cash App to put it on there if you do.
Oh, thank you guys. I wasn't expecting anything. I do.
Well, put it in the notes.
Okay.
Put it in the comment.
I sure will. But I wanna close this off by just get a final overall. I want to pull my one closing card. Hold on. So let's see what the overall message is. And this is my Kuan Yin Oracle, my Asian Oracle cards. So let's say what Confucius says. We're gonna close it off with this very special message here. Very special message. The message. One thing about me as a reader, one thing about me that separates me different from everyone else, I don't put time constraints on my readings. So I'm the type of person, it doesn't matter if we go an hour or 2 hour. I don't put time constraints. We go until you are 100% satisfied or until my guides tell me that, it's enough. So I don't do time restraints on my readings. I guarantee all my readings. I've never not had someone come back, and I only take word of mouth. I don't promote, do all that stuff. I do have my own reading coming soon once I get my house. We're working on that now, guys, finding this house. So, and I'll be set up at that time. So just thank you all so much We're just gonna close it up with this final, and yeah, somebody's having a baby, and I know the sex, but I don't want to tell you because that would be wrong, right? I should not tell you the sex of the child. But somebody's having a child, and congratulations to you for that. But I'm not going to tell you the sex because I don't want to mess that up because that's something special, and you shouldn't. You should wait to find out the sex. Okay, so the final message of the night is Princess of the Autumn Harvest. And again, this is my Asian. I just love these cards. They're just always positive and uplifting. So the Princess of the Autumn Heritage brings gifts of bounty and blessings for efforts and actions of the past. A beautiful blessing is on its way to you now. This may come in the form of a spiritual gift, an opportunity, a windfall of abundance, a significant relationship, or an important friendship, and more. This blessing coming to you is a specific reward for endeavor, effort, and inner work over some time. It will look and feel like something precious that has been gifted to you from a benevolent, universe. And it is. Have faith, be open, and receive, beloved. Your time has come. So that is the overall, which summed up everything that I pretty much said tonight. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you guys. I will leave my email for you for those who would like to come for a reading. My first reading is $55. That's a first time fee. And if you send me referrals, of course, you get discounts or free readings, just depends. So yeah. Any final questions?
So she does this for a living, y'all. This is so
Yeah.
she's giving some free information to us. So we're grateful. But my little divinations of the date is like doesn't compare. I'm not gonna do them anymore.
What did you just say? What?
I'll say I do a little divination of the day, and it's like you blow me out the water. I can't read it tonight. I'm like, yeah, everybody will start booing me after I read that little bit of stuff.
But yeah, I mean, guys, I love this stuff. And for those of you who don't know about me, who didn't come from his other groups, basically my gift came from my Jamaican Cuban background. My grandmother had the gift. My whole family has it. When I was young, I used to see spirits, and of course, my mother shunned me and my sister from the gifts because of her Christian upbringing and belief. And so my mom also has the gift. My sister also has the gift. They shunned theirs because of their church affiliation. And for many years I did too, because I, of course, like everyone else, was taught, oh, it's of the devil and it's wrong. And then I just thought to myself, well, how can it be wrong? Because I know I don't do no Satan worshiping, and I know I don't do anything of the dark. Like, I have clients that come to me. Now, if you want to put a hex on someone or a curse on someone, then you call Brian for that. You don't call, because I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I can definitely help with that.
Brian can help you with that. But my guys won't allow me to do that. Okay. Now, then I'm gonna give you an example of that too. I had a client that came to me, and they wanted somebody at the job was giving them a really, really hard time, and they was having a hard time. And I said, you know what? I said, my guys are telling me to send them love bombs and just keep sending them kisses. So the person got real quiet. It was like, are you serious? I said, yes, I am. I'm serious. My guys are telling me keep sending them love bombs. Every time they say something wrong to you, just keep sending them love, keep sending them love, keep sending them love. Well, to make a long story short, within I can have so many clients. Sometimes I don't remember. Okay. Within, I want to say within 2 weeks, the person got fired. Within 30 days later, they gave that person their position, which was a higher position. And within 6 months, that person got a raise, and everything is just lovely. But like I said, instead of throwing axes and bad things at the person, we did the total opposite. I was told to tell them to send love, and it still worked out fine. So don't think that you always have to think the negative or the darkness to see results. I'm a person, I only live for the light, and so like I said, I don't do spells and stuff on people. I can give you the same results without having to do any of that. And so, this is my gift. I take it very serious. And I honestly, just I take it serious, and I want the best readings for all my clients. All right.
And anybody out there, just like I tell Tasha when people mess with Tasha, it's the same with Awaken1. We not letting no negative stuff come to her because I do have them errors.
Yes.
She's protected. She's one of the sisters that's in the group that's protected. So
Yes. Yes. And Brian is a part of we have a financial group, which we need to really get it going back this year, Brian, on a regular basis. Um, so we manifest with each other. It's a small group of us, and we manifest for each other. Because they never talk about the positive things what people do, and when people come together, so we shun all that, and we send out high vibrations for each person in the group. There's no cost, and we just try to manifest for each other. So
yeah, we consistently all get together and we look at
yep.
who's where and we do specific times and who gets a
Yes.
time schedule and we
Yes.
push energies to the one that need.
Yes, and we put our energies together at the same time. So it's enhanced because we're doing it at the same time, and whatever it is that person. So for me, if I'm looking for a house, then we all put our intention for me to get that house, and so in the job or whatever it may be, we put our intentions. We basically joining as one. It's a very beautiful thing. Very beautiful thing.
And
All
like
right.
I had to ask, and I had to ask everybody else. I'm like, because you know me, I'm like Doctor, what's his name, with the mutants. It's like I can bring everybody and put everybody in a room, but before I know it, I'm like everybody might not want to be in the room. So I had to ask her. I said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but I hope everybody's cool with it. And she was like, no, they're cool with it.
Right. Where can I leave my information here so they can
Put it
contact
put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. How do I get to the chat?
So go into Eight Wind is Timeless.
Wait, where's that at?
Cause so you'll have to go into YouTube.
I have to go into YouTube?
You have to go into YouTube because you
Uh-huh.
can't. No, you're on TalkShoe. So just look at the chat. You've been reading the chat, so just put it
No,
in the bottom. Maybe raise your page up where it
where's my
says chat. You
okay.
see, if you raise your page up, you can see the chat. You see on the bottom where you can type it in.
Let me see if I can minimize and make it smaller. Oop.
But like, look, if you can read the feed where everybody's giving the feed, there's a part under there where you can comment. You should be there for YouTube. Because if you're reading the feed, you can read where you can leave your information.
It's not showing me that. But what
Oh,
we can do is it's not showing, and then now I can't get back to you. Oh, I don't know what happened. I can't.
or you can
Hmm.
put it in the comments.
But
You
I'm
can put it in
trying.
the comments when you see after the show's over. You can put it in the comments there too.
Okay. I can't get back for some reason. I can't get back to the page.
Oh, because I'm still hearing you.
Oh, there you
Got to be
go. Gotcha.
PR. Okay, and
Yeah,
then look under to see where the chat is, and there's
I
where you
am.
can comment.
No, it won't allow me. I don't. Wait, let me
Oh,
go to. Let
okay.
me go back to private. Ah, see it because I was in comments. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the email. And if you guys want a reading, just hit me up and we'll set something up. Now, understand that this was just a very fast, quick type of a program tonight. So for those of you who want to talk to your ancestors, and I do talk to deceased pets as well too. And I also teach people how to set up their altars, and I have people that want to enhance their gifts, so I teach all that as well too. And those are different rates, so which is a little bit higher for the if you want to talk to your deceased animals or your deceased loved ones, because that's a lot of energy work. And for those who want to learn how to set up their altars for the ancestors, or how to communicate with their ancestors, I do provide all of that as well. I see here, go back to a comment. Okay. And here, I'm going to leave my dad's, this is my dad's Cash App. And wait, what do you leave with the Cash App? You can leave a phone number, right?
No, you leave a name.
Just the name? Oh, okay.
You put the cash symbol and then the name.
Okay. So this is my dad. He's my accountant. So me and dad. Uh-oh.
My accountant is a female.
Okay.
And I'd be like Richard Pryor. I call her at 2, 3 in the morning, like, let's count it. She's like, well, the bank's not open. I don't care. It's on. It's the records is always there. Bring it out.
Right.
3 in the morning. Like, yeah, I need to see it, honey. I don't believe you.
Oh no.
I saw that 20 cents you took from me yesterday. Ooh. I just rounded it off.
Stop it. All right, so I thank you, family. This has been a joy. Just hit me up if you would like a personal reading, and just thank y'all so much. Thank y'all, and I just feel a lot of positive energy in this room tonight. For those who have lost their loved ones, I'm telling you, take care of yourself. You've got to fight this. I know it's hard, and you feel like, and there's so many of you that you just about helping everybody else, y'all. You have got to I provided my email. Did you guys see it?
No, it's not coming up.
It's not coming up. Why?
Wait a minute. What is this? Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Let me see. Unless it's over here.
Chat box.
Oh, yeah, you put it. Okay, you put it in the private box.
Oh, okay. So how do I? Can you copy? Bring that up. Can you copy it? How do I? Because I don't see a regular chat.
Yeah, because okay. What you sent? Okay, I see it's in the back chat. Okay, I'll
okay.
I'll bring it out. Let me copy it.
Okay. What is the last question you're saying here?
Because I can't. Okay.
Someone said I have a last question. I'm listening. I'm here. Hi, Mo Ray. You can, but that's okay, because once this is finished, you can go back and listen to the show. So I'm sorry you missed it. We are planning on doing this once a month. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been busy. I'm sorry. But we will be doing this once a month. Matter of fact, to make it up to you guys, how about I come back in 2 weeks? Would that be okay? I'll come back in 2 weeks and we'll do it again. Yes? And that's a promise. So no, he's copying it, and he's going to put it in the chat, because I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it back chatted. That's what it did.
Okay.
So I'll put it in the chat for you. And so thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. I'm going to get off. My throat is killing me. There was someone that had a final question before I go. So go ahead. Go for it. I'll go for it. Thank you, James. Thank you. I enjoyed you too. He's going to put it in. So he's doing that now.
Yeah, you know how I be pecking away, so you guys gotta give me a minute. Oh, I had it right. I-E. Yep.
Jeffrey, that's a lot to get into at this point. So why don't you hold that question for when I come back in 2 weeks, and then I will address that. But I want to hear better things from you. So do the steps I told you to do, and I want to hear good things when I come back. I don't want to hear all this gloom and gloom and doom. Okay, just keep fighting and to speak positiveness in the universe. Keep your vibration up. Yes, I'll be back in 2 weeks. Yes, I promise you, I'll be back in 2 weeks. And give them my dad's cash app,
Yep,
please.
I'm putting that into.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh no, I really appreciate you guys, and thank y'all so much. And I'm glad you guys enjoyed your readings. But money is coming to this group. So congratulations, and we all can strive to have financial abundance. It's very easy. Drop the fear. Stop talking in negativity. Stop talking in lack and talk. If you're asking the universe for something, then basically you're telling the universe that you're lack. You don't have it. So instead of saying, "Oh, I wish I had," I want you to start saying, "Thank you. Thank you for my new home. Thank you for this new job opportunity. Thank you for this bringing this new relationship, this new positive this person in my life." Speak it that it's already here. Asking means that you're telling the universe that you lack, you don't have. Preston Hill, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm about to leave, but I'll be back in 2 weeks. So if you're here in 2 weeks, Preston, then I'll put you first, okay? And you can have your question ready, and I'll take you first in 2 weeks. Hi, Moon Rock. Yeah, sorry guys, and just glad that they weren't able to stop my friend here by trying to shut down his page, because this is what they do. When us spiritual workers try to put the positive message out, this is what they do. This is what they do. So, hey, just keep pushing ahead, Brian. Loving the energy of this new show, and hey, right? Can't stop us. We're gonna keep pushing ahead. Uh-oh, I can't hear you. You're muted.
So much for coming in. It is so kind of you and thoughtful,
Thanks.
and put this energy in. I know it's, with so many minds wandering, I know it's a hard thing. I know it's not an easy thing, but to put in what you did is always amazed me, and you amaze me every time. So thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And good night, my family. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, dear. Have a good evening.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys. That's Awaken1. I don't know if I'm going to give my divination. I just don't see that it compares. But again, I'll do my thing. So thank you. I think Preston came in, Sosa came in, Moonrock came in. Thank you so much. That was the Awaken one. She contacted me, and I was like, hey, and she's been my first guest since I came on this site. And so, this is the Chocolate Mountain Show. And again, I am your host. Eight Wind is Timeless. I am the holder of the continuous ball game of the Hero Twins. I'm your galactic daddy sitting on my galactic patio from Minnesota to the universe. So thank you one and all. I'm gonna see if I can keep going, because I think my friend in England is going to come on around 2 in the morning. I don't know, but we'll see. So I'm going to try to push to 2 in the morning. Hopefully I can get her on, because by then it'll be about 8 o'clock in the morning for her. So we'll see how it goes. And tonight I'm going to Wonderland Ale, because it's strong. It's a hazy IPA, but it's 25 alcohol. So we want to thank the good people at Sierra Nevada for making me funky. And so pop them if you got them. Didn't miss a drop. Smoke them if you want them. And tonight's show is brought to you by You Can Excel, Blow Big Stacks, and Dr. Dabber. Look like some secret agent man shit. You know, just walk up and boom, you there. But it's, you know, it's good to have her. Again, I know the amount of energy that takes, and I hope you guys appreciate her. Ismail, thank you for joining. Sierra Nevada is my all-time favorite. Just got drunk with a friend on IPA. Time to rip some graves with the Time Lord. Ha! That is very smooth. Do I have it? Yeah, my thing is 8. There I am typing without any box. That is so funny. Oh. So, you know, she's been a friend of mine for a long time, and love having her on. I'll send you pictures what is done and left on the house. Okay. You know, we're going through the same thing. I got to move Cameron and Ethan, and their the inspectors were supposed to come today, and they didn't come. So I'm kind of pissed because at the place they probably ain't going to be for another month. And even though rent is postponed now. What the hell is that? That's me. Rents are postponed. That oh, okay. I put hers in wrong, so I have to put it in. And so I still had to pay his rent, which he probably ain't gonna be there all day. So that's been going on with me, is taking care of him, of taking care of that business today. I'm sipping on this Moscato. Oh, my lady friend, when we had dinner or lunch on Monday, that's what she had. We went to a barbecue place that was outstanding, and that's what she was drinking when I came in. She was feeling it, and then I had some good Summit local beer. So Awaken1 is put our cash up in here. BERES FORD. Okay. IRTON. That is her cash app, I believe. I get that right. I am sipping on, yeah. So but yeah, and I wanted to show you again. I'm telling you, I bought this crumble at the end of January. And I bought this crumble at the end of January, and this stuff, and I'm talking about all day, every day. At one time, I had both sides filled. Now, that's the splatter in there on the other side, but I had both the crumble filled on both sides. And I still got like a full, like two grams or so. So this stuff lasts a long time. And it keeps you funky all day. So, more scare tactics as usual from the man. From the man, because that's all it seems to be, is just scare tactics daily. Let me tell y'all, I know Ryan had asked me yesterday if I saw Coming to America. I watched 50 minutes of it, and I was dreading watching the other almost 50 more minutes. It's an hour and 45 minutes long. And yeah, it's extremely slow. It's predictable. Again, they got a part where they show the shake weight. But the interesting thing is the cat that's playing Eddie Murphy's son, there's a scene where he's wearing a dress. It appears like he's wearing a long African shirt, but if you look, he kind of goes in his pocket. He has a damn dress on. So I don't know if people caught that. They're going to court, and he's wearing a long. He's with Tracy Morgan, and they're facing the court, and he's wearing a long shirt, but he goes in his pocket, and he's wearing a damn skirt. Now people say that might be tribal or whatever, but he's got a damn skirt on in the movie. So I noticed that. And the funny thing where they told the sister from Saturday Night Live, and she was talking about like when she had gave Eddie some, and she was like, well, you know, back in the day, I used to be a hoe, and all her family in unison says, yeah, you was a hoe. That shit's kind of funny. They give the thing out. We're all going to. We're Arsenio. And he says we're all going to die, and they just don't know how. They're all going to die, and they just don't know how. Another funny line Tracy Morgan said is he said, "You dress like a slave from the future." Maybe it was the son. That was kind of funny. You dress like a slave in the future. That was kind of funny. So some funny lines, but the crap is slow. It's like, man, I had to take a break. My lady friend, either I called her or she called me, and I was like, yeah, I gotta have a break from this stupid shit. So I'm not feeling it. Hey, Ismail, I got here when we got here, Preston. I feel the same. Ismail, what's happening? Also, Valerie, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, Sweetwater 420 Pale are two great ones to try. They're probably in your area. Taste dank, piney citrus. Okay. Just watch this. It was all right. Yeah, Jay. It was just all right. Yeah, it was just all right. It was nothing special. Some funny parts. Seems like they just got budget to make a movie, no real purpose. I think what Ryan said was right, spot on. Is almost like a spoof of Black Panther, but it's that Back to Africa stuff again. You know, it's the Back to Africa thing for us, and that emphasizes that. That's why all the music, all the dancing. But you notice they used American dance, American Indian dance, like they did in the first movie. When they first go to court and they dance, and that's American dance. Tasha broke that down a couple years ago. So they use that again. But again, it's funny how they use American music. In Vogue comes on, Salt and Pepper. So you see, they're using us. They just dropped 60 million people out of the stimulus. Yeah, this is sad. Let me tell you how it is. Back in 1982, 83, if you made $500 a week, you was pretty much rolling. I was selling cocaine. That wasn't shit. But that's basically 25,000. Right now, people are making that equivalent in making 100,000. 100,000 ain't really shit. I know it sounds like a lot of money, but really and then don't forget, we are going into inflation. After this stimulus hit and dropped and everybody spends, we're going to go into inflation this summer. There's no way to get around it. I mean, you're already seeing inflation with the gas. Gas is up to $66 a barrel, which I'm not surprised at, because technically at $50 a barrel, we should have been closer to where we are now when it was $50. So I'm not surprised. But again, you know, slow Jones sister girl. So yeah, they're cutting a lot of people off. Okay, and if you make 100,000 and you got a family, say your wife don't work. Now I can see if it's two family members, you know, husband and wife both knocking down 100,000. I can see that. But the average person, it's like my mother. You know, my mother's 80 years old. And because she made more than 75,000, you get penalized? Like that wouldn't help her? I don't know. I got some friends and family that's now I think though, I'll say this: if you make over 100,000 and you have children, you might still get the whatever the children pay is. Now, if anybody's heard anything different, I think you can still be eligible for that, but you won't get. You will not get to 1,400. It was definitely a spoof of the Black Panthers. Yeah, it dropped unemployment from 400 to 300. I kept that. Yep, the same. They shamed the poor Black American woman. Yeah, they got her being all loud and shit. Next week, George Floyd's trial is going to. Oh shit! They got the troops coming in. You can believe that. These troops is here. I'm watching the planes and shit. I never hardly see planes down here, but just driving today, I'm seeing the planes coming in. So these motherfuckers is gonna be here. I heard somebody put this bullshit on the internet where Black Lives Matter protests, the cop shootings go down. Now, if that wasn't ever a psyop, that's a psyop. Again, when it started up here, they was dead. Let's be honest. Before Floyd, Black Lives Matter was dead. They wasn't here the first day. They wasn't here the second day. And then you know what? Soon as they come in, all the news shots have them. Boule LeBron James talked the NBA to further the Boule showing that shit. They don't want to hear American Indians. They don't want to hear American Indians, indigenous Indians. They are going back to black. Because we shot down Jesse Jackson shit. And my salute to everybody from my spell. Everybody glad to push my spell. I'm hearing these young boys saying European. That's right. Kill white, kill black. It ain't Irish American. It's European. Period. I'm not trying to be harsh, but that's what it is. See, you American? Are you from Africa? Are you from China? And let me say this. I'm friends with a girl on Facebook from China. Her skin is like white as white. You know, China was the first country to really try to bred out color. What did they used to say about Chinese people? They kind of had a yellowish hue. These Chinese people and Japanese people looking whiter and whiter. Trying to be Europeans. All Fed employees will get no. They're giving shit. What did they show? They giving 20 grand. They giving 20 grand to Fed employees to help you if you got to be home with your children. Let's even go further. They are giving you 20 grand to stay home and work for home. They give them Fed employees 20 grand to stay home. So you talking about, and then they're going to build the track. They're going to build a subway in California to Silicon Valley, pull up Pelosi's area, Schreimer, whatever his name, in New York or New Jersey. He's getting a bridge. So plenty of pork money. They're trying to shame the blue states or shame the red states, and they've got this shit padded for the blue states. Johnson & Johnson can't even make cancer-free powder. You would be damn fool to take their bullshit. Absolutely, Nicole. Absolutely. Trying Martin Daddy suing the BL for using my son. They are frauds. Yeah, they're definitely frauds. But not for the people. Indeed, everyone read BL mission statement by the time Floyd Saab happened. Yeah, they tried to change it. They've tried to take out of there of killing the patriarch and the family. Yep, 15 weeks at $1,400 a week. There you go. Thanks, Murak. I'm going to grab some tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Tap powder lawsuits, indeed. And how many people put that shit on their babies' bottoms? Shit, how many people put damn gel, the jelly? You know, the jelly that come from gas. I used to put that shit on my lips. Petroleum jelly. How many people put that on their bottoms? On their babies' bottoms for diaper rash? Petroleum jelly. And that's gasoline. That's how they discovered it. They found this jelly was on top of the where they pumped the gas out, the caps. And dudes was putting it on their hands. That's how they discovered petroleum jelly. It's petroleum. I used to remember they had the little small bottles like that. If I didn't carry chapstick, I carried that. It's petroleum. So you think somebody would outlaw that shit, but of course they don't care for the people. These headphones get hot. These headphones get hot. They mad as fuck at Texas and Mississippi taking the diapers off the face. Oh, they trying to say some of the stores still can require it. Some of the stores can still require it. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. What do you think about Blake Griffin, A-Win? He going to the shot. I mean, he been shot. I look at his career and Karl Malone to the Lakers. He was gone. I look at just like that. You know, dude who only relied on jumping, and once the jumping left, his incomplete game caught up with him. His incomplete game caught up with him. Again, this dude is close to 6'9", 6'10", but he had an incomplete game because he worked on it. He relied on his athleticism. And if you don't develop something else, that's the thing with Zion. If he doesn't develop something else, 6'5" is short. Barkley was only 6'5". So I see Griffin as, I mean, that's sad when they just they owe you a bunch of money and they give it to you to get the fuck away. So that tells the rest of the league, like, you might not want to mess with him. That's to me what I saw. That was a message to like leave him alone. So I hope he don't get blackballed. Could he help the Lakers? Yeah, his size could help the Lakers because he's taller than Harold. Harold ain't that tall. I think Harold is only 6'6" or 6'7". So if Griffin can come in there 6'8", 6'9", I think he would help where the dude who played for Philadelphia helped. If there was a center, you know, he would help. He would take that spot up because Harold just ain't that tall. They had to know how tall the dude was. Hell, and NBA measure from the socks. So they had to know that Harold couldn't take the place of a dude 6'10", 6'11". But they did. They're making exception bill here in Connecticut for children. So to tell you the children were never exempt if they were going to make a bill for it. So adults really don't have the exemption. They use oil for plastics and other things that coke with it. Yeah. My mom used to have my face shiny in that winter with Vaseline. Yeah. And they trying to have all folks on the late night infomercials. Jeffrey, right? They are going to force it by any means. The Lakers need tall guys again. Dwight and McGee help big time. Yeah. Vaccine passports are coming, Moray. Maybe. You can travel by boat. Remember that. The polygenical in the stool softener for children is also in the vaccine. There you go. Thank you for putting that out there. So that's right now. They say 40% of melanated people ain't taking it. 40%. I'm proud of the people. I hope the people keep ranks. They're going to try to press, but if enough people, if that 40% stays constant, ain't nothing they can do about it. You can try to close society down as much as you want. You don't have to go into stores. You don't. And so they're going to be, so you're not going to take like what was the movie, Jeffrey? What was the movie where, you know, you didn't have to go out anymore? They put it in a little box and gave you the shit. So that's what they're forcing people to do. People ain't with it. I blow big stacks. People ain't with it no more. So I'm proud, everybody. Thank you. Keep saying fuck that shit. Our Lakers and Gonzaga future is a big payday. Gonzaga look good. They got the boy from Minnesota here too. The boy that's on that team. The freshman of the year is from here. He went to Minnehaha, I think, the school where Master P's son is, and that 7 foot is at. People from food stamps in the state will have to get it if they want to keep their benefits going. Then they're going to force us. I don't know about that, Jeffrey. Yes, it does have fetal madeline. Yeah, Songbird. Songbird talks about that. They can deliver everything. And Detroit's only 9% Saginaw and Flint. Okay. Okay, good. I bet it's over 50% of European folks that don't want to take it. They always used it and will try to blame us. They're the same way. I live down here in the red area, and these people down here are like, fuck that shit. I'm serious. They be sending me the shit. In my phone. You know, when my turn is. That's some bullshit. First, they send me some shit that says, well, you can't get it right now, but we're thinking about you. And then they send me a number and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then one day they was like, well, if you can come in today, you can get it. I'm like, yeah, right. I take Concentrics. So this is what my doctor told me. Well, hold off taking the Concentrics. So wait a minute. So either take this bullshit and then I gotta wait and just hurt for some shit I ain't even sick for? Fuck that. I'm taking the shit that make me stop hurting. I ain't fucking with they shit. I ain't never took a flu shot. Now I admit I took the shingle shot. because there's a high probability I'll fucking get the shingles. I've had first cousins and shit. I've had family members and that shit. That's something I have to worry about just in my genes of having the chicken pox. But this shit, why would I take this shit for the flu? It's getting warm. See, that's what they hate. It's spring break for colleges already. This motherfuckers down there in Daytona, Fort Lauderdale, Arizona. That's why them states is opening up. Texas, it's spring break. They want them dollars. Motherfuckers in Fort Lauderdale, they ain't staying 6 foot apart. Them motherfuckers down there partying, drinking. All the restaurants on the strip is open in Florida. They ain't paying no attention to that shit. And they're like, well, you remember last year there was a certain spike. Check this out. They said for the Super Bowl had 20,000 people there. Again, the place probably held 80 to 100, 80, probably 80. And they said 50 some people caught it. So that's telling you ain't nobody getting this shit. Look at the percentage of 20,000 to 57 people. I was surprised they even showed that shit, that they showed the number. So they was pretty much saying, yeah, baseball's about to start. When you were fucking outside. In some of the sports, they saying you can have 50% capacity. Or restaurants. Some restaurants can go to 50%. Oh, and they coming after Whitmer. They coming after Whitmer. You know, they Whitmer fired. See, Whitmer did the same shit that Como did. And she fired 2 people and made them step down, and they had to sign confidentiality papers. They did the same thing, taking sick people into old people's places, rest homes. She did the same thing that Como did, and Como catching hell for it now. But Whitmer paid motherfuckers off. She paid one dude $80,000. She paid the other person $150,000. Because remember, the Supreme Court in Michigan said what she did was unconstitutional. So she went to the health person and said, you call a health crisis. So she went around the Supreme Court of Michigan. And this is the person that just got $150,000. She can't talk about it. He can't talk about it. So keep that in mind. She might be next with smallpox, Namaset, and Wanapunket of the Wanapunkins. And at this point, we need to assume all needles, blood centers, plasma centers, all in the vaccine. They want you to put a needle in that arm. It's a trap. I agree, Rocky. Money, money, money. Yes, it is. Jeffrey, she is a high priestess. She knows our energy ain't okay. You know, if Fed employees getting a bunch of payments, then the VA better get their shit together. Yeah, I agree. My job will have vaccines available for anyone who wants to take it. Yeah, it's a lot of them that's trying to do that, but they're looking at it, the constitutionality of it. They can't make you take it at this point. Even military, and military is about the same way. 1 out of 3 ain't wanting that shit, or 1 out of 2 ain't wanting that shit. So. What Fred Hampton say? You can kill the revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolution. So you can cut this shit off. You can cut that shit off, but we still bringing it. And the message is still out there because it's going to be in the ethers. Who the beast is. We know who the beast is. This ain't for the good of man. You telling me the history of this shit takes years, and all of a sudden, abracadabra. You can't get rid of cancer. You can't get rid of high blood pressure. You can't get rid of diabetes. Ain't nobody died of the flu this year. In 2020, no one died of the flu the first time in fucking world history. The first time in world history, nobody died of the flu. When tens of thousands die across America every year from the basic flu. So, you know, this is the problem. This is the problem. See, these motherfuckers in charge used to dealing with children. Motherfuckers growing up now. We are the researching community. We are the researching community. So that's what we do. We don't just believe your bullshit anymore. Because, yeah, you're going to get a lot of them. You're going to get a lot of them. But you're not going to get as many as you want. And you need the melanated people. We know eugenics. We know the little elf. We know Slow Joe's sister girl all pushing that shit. I'm going to spray you with water. I'm really going to spray you with water. I'm going to hit you with this mop, and the mop is wet. Quit jumping on me. I'm going to ding you in the head with this mallet. And then you're going to go somewhere and have a concussion. I think it's bogus. They only selling point to the is you won't be hospitalized and die. Yes, there you go. What are you messing with? They are called something worse. If you don't, I had to take 18 random damn shots in the military. I wonder why some of the shots predictive programming. Yep, man-made. Yep, it's almost like is a cure for the flu. Exactly. This disease, Mr. T Gaming is right. It's almost like a cure for the flu. Yep. All right, get down. Go. You're gonna get this. Now, let's see what that does to you. Nothing, because it won't shoot. Oh, there we go. Get your ass away from me. You telling me I have to wear the mask and still catch it, but I won't be hospitalized or die. There you go. Just found out pharmacy comes from Greek pharmakia, which means sorcery. Yeah. Oh gosh, where did I came across something like that earlier too. So yeah. Oh yeah, I came across some Latin earlier. I was studying some shit. Yeah. I mean, a lot of this stuff is like that when it's broken down and they still use on the general public. It's a lot of stuff is dark that we don't, dark ain't really the true words. It's a lot of this is the different path, I guess. I don't. The thing changes so much. I just say it's all tied into the beast. The me or the mind. It's all tied into that. That's the beast. This artificial intelligence is the beast. When you see Saudi Arabia give a damn robot citizenship, that's giving the beast citizenship. It's already states that will make the beast a citizen. But I don't, hey, my order, I'm going to be the first robot pimp. So you guys want to invest with a robot pimp? Hey. Those of us can break anything they have learned from us. Yeah. They know people are suspicious. That's why they're getting to ridiculous. Yeah. That was crazy. It's just ridiculous. It is. It's so ridiculous, the psyop, that they don't understand. We see through it. We're not children anymore. That's what they're thinking. See, and this is what breaks some of their curse too. Was newspapers, magazines, was made in 5th grade level. Most newspapers and magazines only appeal to 5th graders. I mean, that is the mentality. That is what they broke down for years, that they had to put out newspapers and magazines to a 5th grade reading level. So that's what they think about you. They think about you as a mental child, as an educational child. Do you know how many newspapers used to come out a day? Now, the newspaper industry is dead, but I'm just saying all that time. And so it's no different when you see all these talking heads on TV. They are bringing you the information like you in 5th grade. That ain't. They are still bringing you information out like you are in 5th grade. That's how they talk to you on these shows. It's just the money shows. Because the money shows know they dealing with some people on the ball. Watch them. That's why I watch the money all day. I watch one sports show. They talk about the same sports all day. You turn on the shit at 6 a.m, the shit they talking about at 6 a.m, if you turn it on at 6:30, it's the same shit. But if you watch that money, they talk a different game. They talk a different game because some of these motherfuckers, you can watch what they invest in. Some of that stuff is out there. These big people make these big moves. That shit's out there where you can watch it. You say, they talk about this stuff. Well, this is what his portfolio is doing. They try to keep us kids mentally. Yeah, they do. Baby slaves. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so that's how they put this thing out there. They got a rap. Remember, they had a rapper. What rapper was out there talking about take it? They got. This is what Awaken1, and if we mentioned it before, please forgive me, but it has to be like she said. It's the black radio stations. I know this one. We have a lady here that has a show every Thursday. I heard the public service announcement on melanated people taking the shots on her channel, on the radio station she's with. Shit, I listened to the other channel. I heard her come on. I'm like, that's a public service announcement. Because they usually don't cross to people like that unless she's paid by somebody other than the radio station to do a jingle or some shit. But to hear the same exact message, that's a public service announcement. So who's paying for that? To direct it at the melanated people. And I applaud our people for not being fooled. And I know they saying this food go, we'll try to cut them off, choke them off. Again, y'all set up where you can deliver us groceries to the crib. We can buy shit from the crib, so we don't really need to step in your motherfucking stores. I don't want to go anywhere but to South America or Canada. That's pretty much it. Maybe Iceland, Greenland, Nova Scotia. Other than that, fuck going to Europe or Africa. I don't have any interest in seeing that shit. Never have. I never was like, well, damn, that shit in Kemet looks mighty tempting. Hero Twins ain't over there. I want to see that shit. And if you want to go to Mexico, just like people are smuggled in Mexico, you can smuggle out, you can get smuggled in. It'd be easier to go into Mexico right now than any other time. Matter of fact, if you crossing into Mexico, they'll wave at you and say, go ahead. You tell them, you're like, hey, I'm going over there. I ain't got no shit, but I'm going over there. You got some guns and some money with it? I got all that. Turn the other eye. They're not stopping anybody from going. So if you want to go over there, it's okay. Tell them I sent you. It's okay. Be like, hey, I'm going over that way. Oh, okay. We thought I ain't got shit, but I'll be straight. I'll sneak back in. Canada's still like a communist China now. Nova Scotia, Trailer Park Boys, our First Nation bros. There you go. The constant mocking it is. Canada's like communist China. Africans in Africa truly hate. Yeah, that's the thing is they're very tribal. Hey, if I didn't say what's up, Crazy Sarge, what's happening? I'm sorry. We can't build up Mexico and South America. We can build it up, indeed. All that energy's down there. These black churches are pushing it. Yeah, I've been hearing that too. I've been hearing that as well. That they go into the clergy. Remember, the clergy work for them. Clergy work for them. Anytime you say non-tax, they work for them. They government employees. That's why the motherfucker, when it got to flooding in Houston and Oilstein didn't open up because he works for them. All the ministers works for the man, which is the beast, is really the beast. We're not fooled by it. We know the beast. We're not fooled by it anymore. Come on. Beast, we see what you're doing. And we're not going to be fooled. Even though this is a type of illusionary thing, we're going to play the fuck out this illusion. And we're going to, by golly, say, fuck you, take that shit, and go where you came from with that shit. Now, I'm not going to talk any sabotage. I'm not, that could involve someone getting injured. I never intend that for anybody. And then you see more troops is going into DC. The only time you see troops around the state capitol is under communist regimes. You see how the people got fooled. The people hated Trump so much that they accepted communism. And people are like, well, this is liberalism, this is communism. Yeah, read communism, because this is what they try to tell you. Liberalism comes under capitalism. Read deeper. Read deeper. Liberalism is a part of communism. They try to say, I read an article, and the article's like, well, this is the difference. A free market system is where liberalism is. As long as there's liberalism, there's a free market system. Yeah, okay. That ain't what Engels says. And Karl Marx, they say that the liberal is the same as them. That there's liberalism is a part of socialism. Socialism is communism. Liberalism is communism. It's a different arm, but it's the same body where the individual don't count. All talent goes to the state. Wow. They've been messing with this shit all night. Whoa. Cut myself off. Now, this don't make no sense. They've been fucking with that, though. I must be getting too hot for a talk shoe. Talk shoe is being interrupted. Oh, yeah, they don't. I mean, one beautiful thing in the movie Sugar Hill, they show what they call them coffers, carton pickers. That should show you. They don't like each other. I mean, this book I got history of the slavery. Africans was selling Africans, especially the middle African countries. They was going out, and when they would capture people going either way in Africa, they was the ones that was slaving. First, they was slaving for damn shells. They was selling slaves to get them damn shells. And then when the Europeans brought down the iron bars, shit, that was it. They was selling people for iron bars. Okay, my talk shoe's going crazy. I don't understand. So they was the biggest slavers, was the Africans. And they try to tell you that that millions of people went from over there. Yeah, it's such a damn lie. And as I talked about yesterday, even the names. My best friend was like, well, he's a Scot. And he was like, well, we found Scott to a plantation. I said, go watch Tasha's show, where Tasha talk about Virginia, North Carolina. I said, you'll find Scots. A lot of these names was already our names. So that Malcolm X shit of saying you took it from the slave master, the Ali shit, that ain't true. A lot of these names was already there. Like I said with our ancestors, a lot of times they would start calling the chiefs George. Before George Washington, they went into King George. They was calling him George because of giving them the respect of being the king. So they was calling them Georges when King George was king. So don't let them tell that bullshit that your name come from that shit. Not necessarily so. Or the European way, John's son. Yeah, that ain't the only way that them words came together. Oh shit, I've been on this long. Maybe I can make it till 2 if she calls me. Let me see, what time is it in England? It's got to be going on 7. Yeah, about 7. So we'll see. We'll see if she'll still be up. Those Central Africans came here as conquistador, traces of real Islam. Well, some, yeah, some did. I agree that some did. But they would have been under Moors is Islam. Interesting. I have to think about that. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you're saying, okay. Yeah, let me read that again. Okay. Came here as conquistadors. Well, I mean, that is a big thing. You can't get away. You can't get out of the conquistadors. Oh, let me fuck y'all up. I'm going to fuck everybody up tonight. I really, I forgot about this shit. Since we talking about conquistadors and shit, here we go. A lot of y'all might not know this. So this motherfucker's name is Christophos Colon. That's this motherfucker's name. Christophos Colon. He goes to Isabella and he goes to Fernando and again he goes to other Jewish faith people. And they pay for his supposedly first trip. That's a lie. Columbus went to America before he talked to Isabella and Fernando. Columbus had went to America. Now, in the book They came before Columbus. He talks about Don Juan already knowing about the Americas. Christophos had already been in America. He had already been in America. Do you dig that? He had already come to America. Now, and I ain't going to tell the answer to this shit. Who took him to America? Now, all my Moor people, all the Moors, is that props for you. Who took him to America? That's the question of the evening that y'all go back and study. Who took Columbus to America before Isabella? Before, what is it, 1892 or 1792, 1692? 1692, I think. Who took him? Because Columbus came to America before. That wasn't the first time he went over there. The Portuguese came with him. Your name is Toby. The machine wants to be a man. It definitely does. You too, with black people going to Africa. Yeah, they hate them. Arabic started, yeah, ninja. The Portuguese then came with them. You got your doctor. How many Columbus statues are broken? Christians, Hebrews. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. You got to find that. But he came to America before he went to them. He already knew. That's why he told them the false thing about gold. He already knew that the first time he went, they hadn't really found gold. It wasn't until the second time they went that they found the source of gold. Well, I'll take that back. They knew gold was there. They didn't know how they got it when he first went over there. That is why they found an island that was the least far as sophistication of an army. You know, sophistication of the army. And so they found the weakest island they could go to get their foothold in. That's what they did. And remember, Cortez didn't come to 20 years later. 1520. But there was Moors that fought with Columbus that also fought with Cortez. Again, this brother's got a damn stamp somewhere, and he was the first one to be given Cuba. He was a Moor as well. So it wasn't a matter of Hebrew language being over here. They was already establishing trade with the other world. So that's all you Moors and all the Hebrews say, how did they know how to talk to these people? Because they had been coming over here, and those people had been coming over to Europe. That's how. Actually, the Americans came into Europe and started fucking with them. And I could go into time walking shit, but I'm saying we understood them. We learned their shit. They didn't learn our shit. We learned their shit. So when they came to America, we had people that knew how to talk to them already because we had been over there and learned their language. So what is the favorite spell that Paul Mooney used to say? Nah, I don't want to say that shit. But don't get mixed up. Don't get it mixed up. Don't get it mixed up. Christos Paris, Christ bearer. No, it's Christophos. Christophos. It's Christophos. So not Christopher. It's Christophos, Cologne. He tries to say he's a Leganian. He tries to say he's from Leganian, and other times he says he's for Calando. That doesn't really the only way that adds up to him being Jewish faith is from being Portugal. He's Portuguese. Italians later accepted him because they didn't like being looked at as gangsters. So that's why his birthplace has changed. It was changed. I talk about all humanoid form like grays, reptilians. The person said these grays are aborted fetuses that are now. Juan Ponce de Leon was looking for the fountain of youth. They never mentioned him. Where do you think they get the idea that it existed? What's true anymore? There's so much conflicting out there. Yeah, exactly, Mo. The truth is absolute. It is. You have 60 seconds when these people turn into zombies. That's right. That is right. But yeah, that's the thing is There's so much lies that we have to blow out. Because let me tell you, some of these lies, they done made up all these war stories and all these kingdoms. And well, go. Okay. This is how you look at the shit they do. The Knights of the Round Table. And I'm trying to think of the other one that goes into the chalice, the Holy Grail. Yeah, goes into all that. All that shit's made up. The Knights of the Round Table, now, they tried to come in and say, well, it was about a Roman. This is all their history. Is this shit motherfuckers just sit there and made this shit up? I'm reading this book about Isabella. I know other stories. So I know the shit I'm reading. I'm like, uh-huh. They talk about firing cannons with damn rocks. That's what I'm reading. Firing cannons with rocks. If you got rock walls, what is a rock going to do? Even with some powder behind it, it's still a damn rock. Unless you firing basalt or something like that. You ain't knocking shit down with rocks. They ain't even talking about cannonballs. And I'm reading this shit like, so you want me to believe with some powder behind a damn rock, it's going to blow a wall out? Where? I mean, you have to have a specific rock. You got to have something like basalt or something like that. It ain't going to bust up. See, people read shit and don't be questioning that shit. I'd be like, come on, you guys got to be kidding me. There's no way that shit's real. Currabilly, the Green Knight is Sir Gawain. They come up with things to fear us. Indeed, they always say Africans discovered America before Columbus. They want us to believe all the indigenous people that America would kill or sacrifice. Disease did play a big part, but murder played a bigger part. Even in the book, The Other Slavery, that he says, well, the disease, yeah, but murder. They murdered a lot of people. If you even look at what they did to the Aztecs, you had about 40 soldiers to a couple hundred murdered 5,000 unarmed people. They killed all the nobles. They got all the nobles to a meeting and just started slicing through these unarmed people. 5,000. So murder. And it's interesting when they talk about that Cortez and them just slaughter 5,000 people like it means nothing. Like there's no strategy to it, anything. You're murdering the people that run this million people city. Murder. And you look at my brother's beautiful work that shows you the Holy See. They think they own everything. They think they own the DNA. They own all souls past, all souls coming. That's what that shit means. And just think if you get baptized or some shit like that, you doubly bound by them. Whoa. That was all right. A great show on Stars named Da Vinci's Demons showed people from Columbus, of course. They had Verpeau lead the voyage. Guns, germs, steel. The germs were weaponized just like today. Pure murder. There you go. Damn, Preston, they ain't talking about put that on MSC and straight up genocide. Oh, definitely. I mean, the way they spread the pox in the Americas was definitely biological warfare because they saw how it did in the Americas. I talk about this a lot. They go after they'll put like the first dude. I'm sorry, I don't know his name, but they know the name of the person they brought from Cuba that had the pox. And they purposely, once he died, I mean, he spread it to some people when they first got there. But once he died, they cut his ass up. And they was putting in their food sources, water sources. And so, again, they're spreading this shit as they're moving, trying to take control, trying to find allies. And as people get sick, they bring the cross, which we saw as motion. And they say that if you quit believing in this, you'll get better. You the demon that brought this. Not no, I'm not even gonna raise them that high. You the devil that brought this shit. So your God got the shit too. But that's the trick they play. And then kill the man, take the women and children. Something they still do today. They talking about Biden and them taking 300 and some children a day. Now, I've never studied QAnon, but I know that there is a great push since they first came over here to take young women and children. We know that 3,000 people, 3,000 children disappeared in 2020 that were taken from the border. That ain't losing people. That takes logistics. That means there's a lot of helping hands. Helping hands. 3,000 people, that takes a lot of cooperation. And it's funny, liberals are so thoughtless now. All they can say is that Q shit. That's all they can say. Or they're Trump people. Motherfucking thinkers. Don't believe this bullshit. I mean, how can you support a man that says fuck their disadvantage, fuck their background, fuck they're hungry, just lock them up. It doesn't matter their circumstances at all. Lock them up if they do anything. We're not trying to rehabilitate them. You could have heard that same speech during Reconstruction when real slavery started. Because that's what they did. They criminalized these people. They gave the South back to the unskilled people that were the poor white trash. I mean, the original unions was to benefit them, to keep the skilled people out. Again, look it up. Civil War. Melanated people in the South before the Civil War were 98% of the skilled labor. Look it up. So you telling me 4 or 5 years of war changed that? So by 1920, all this skilled labor just disappeared? No. The White League is another word you need to know. Those are the ones that was in the court. It wasn't the Klan. It was the White League that changed the laws. Now, if Harrison would have kept soldiers in the South, it doesn't appear like there was enough soldiers to go around. So I don't know if that argument is good or not. It was only 50,000 soldiers for all the South. Texas and Louisiana, that's not, in Florida, that ain't shit. So I don't know if you can jump on that excuse that's totally, because that's what they try to push you to. Well, Harrison was given the presidency because he agreed to pull the soldiers out. Wasn't enough soldiers. And it's partly our people's fault for not creating militias. You look at Wilmington, and you look at the takeover and the coup in Wilmington in the 1890s. The one thing you see is repeater rifles. Wilmington was about a city of melanated people, like 80,000, 90,000 people. They sold repeating rifles in Sears catalogs. So why weren't our people armed with repeating rifles? Winchesters, Henrys. Don't understand that. Why didn't the courthouse have any cannons? Gatling guns existed. Why didn't the courthouse have any Gatling guns? Yeah, read my soul. Ooh. Anonymous had good intentions, infiltrated and screwed their message. I think Q is controlled opposition some way. I never wasted. Yeah, I never studied that shit either. Main Street News. Pay attention to the deep fake. Prepare for more fakery. Oh yeah, the fakery ain't going anywhere. It is not going going to be more and more of it. More fear, more fear. Unless music is playing, unless music is playing or you watching a show, everything else is pretty much fear based. It's fear based, agenda based. Like that's the funny thing. Here I am trying to watch the money all day, and they tell you the mainstream bullshit. It's like, wait a minute, I'm not here for that. Why are you showing me that when I'm here to watch the money? And people that pay on Bitcoin, I mean, you like on a motherfucking roller coaster. The shit goes up to 59, it goes back down to 36, and up today it's back up to 59. That's a roller coaster. Remember, early 2020, that shit went down back to 4,000 from a high of 19,000. So you were like, remember, they tried to say them Winkle brother twins was the first billionaires. When that shit went to 4,000 or 3,800, whatever the low, they wasn't no billionaires then. When that shit took that kind of drop. I mean, when you got in at 59, that was great. But when it went down to 36, and what did the dude say? Let me say this. Right here, I want to share this if I can find where I put my sloppy notes. What did he say? Here we go. Celestial, the 2 take off. Come on, I put it in. Oh, okay. Another thing is, okay. Dogecoin is another thing to look into too. DOGECON coin, Dogecoin. That is a way to liquidate coins, but Bitcoin is more of an investment than an asset. Yeah, right here. Bitcoin is more of an investment than an asset. Remember, it's still, now there's kiosks everywhere. More and more people are taking this. Dogecoin can help you make it liquid. But remember that when you studying Bitcoin, it's more of an investment. It's still an investment. It's not really something you can look at as making something liquid. It's more of an investment. It's more of actually a long-term investment. But more and more people are, using Lowe's takes the credit card, but the kiosks are everywhere. I was at the Burnsville Mall. They got one in there. One of my local supermarket is a Cub, and there's one in there. So you can add money to it to set up, your wallet and everything. Like if you get in on Bitcoin, keep going. Don't just okay. No, let me back up. If you use Cash App to get into Bitcoin, keep going. Set you up a digital wallet. I mean, just don't take Bitcoin and stop. Or excuse me, don't take the Cash App and stop. Take the shit seriously and keep going with it. I must be really saying some shit for on this talk show because this shit is going in and out. Not understanding that. Let me see. What time is it? Oh shit. Let me leave her a note. Let me see if she's up. Jesus. Let me find her. Right here. I want you guys to hear how she sounds. She's like, when she talks, it just, man, mesmerizing. Because they're still in England, they're still under lockdown. They are still under lockdown. Let's see if I hear from her in the next 50 minutes. If she's up. That's early. But they're still under lockdown over there. So tells you their attack said Dogecoin is EGOD backwards in your face. Kind of is. I made a grip, sold, bought back and holding off Patreon. Bought it in at 1/15 a share. And when you gave me that thing for Ford was $5 and Ford is up to 20 something. No, yeah. 30 something. No, maybe 25, but Ford is up. Ford is up. What do you mean? Make it liquid. Make it liquid, Fiat dollars is liquid. So like if you like the first place you could use Bitcoin was Lowe's. You could get a credit card to use the Bitcoins as Lowe's. So the way to disinvest it, make it liquid. Doggy Cyrus, yep. 54 any female sound. England and Canada are truly done. Australia, Black Dog, Led Cyrus B. Oh, let me tell you, it's called Black Dog Road, and Black Dog was a Dakota chief. Yeah, he was a Dakota chief that lived not far from where I live, off of the Minnesota River. His name was Black Dog. Used to be a beer. I used to have a glass that had Black Dog on it. Lost that many years ago. Can you talk about near-death experiences? What is happening to these people? I bought some Ford, and it's on the up, and the Gap stock been up all since Kanye signed with them. Yeah. Oh shit, damn! I talked about that before. Old Navy shit is ridiculously high. Would you recommend buying some Ford stock? I like it. I mean, let's see what they closed at, and I'll answer your question too. I'll answer your question, Moray. Let me see what it closed at today. What did Ford close at today? Okay, Florida is at $12, but I bought it and it was like 4, 5, 10. So right here it was a low of yeah, it was up. It was up 34% or 0.34, made 34 cents up from a low of, let me read this right. I was just showing today. But when I bought it, it was $5 because GM is only at 43 or 45, something like that. So already from $5, it's up. And right now, the E Mustang, the more that catches on, and again, people just buying trucks. People ain't buying cars. That's why they quit making them. So I like Ford. I really do. Right now, the restaurants, like the travel industry, starting to pick up again. Hotels, the service, that kind of service industry is going to pick up. Again, spring break, you've seen a lot of this. Oil is still up. I mean, it's at $66 a barrel. So, all the support groups of the oils. I mean, watch the business channels, y'all. They show you the stuff. They show you the stuff. They show you what the players is doing. And so you got to listen. You got to watch this stuff. Tape it. If you can't watch it, tape it. So you see where your money's going. I bought some Ford. Let me see. So I do. I mean, again, if you can afford it, watch it for a couple weeks. You just chart it, Valerie. Just chart it for a couple weeks. Put an app in there that shows Ford and chart it. And if it's still on the up, then, get in. Because again, I got in at, what was it, June. So I've been following it. It's went up a little bit for me. They're going to source, not coming back. I had an NDA, it was floating in the clouds, looking down. South side, seeing my own body. I could see the buildings. Wow. Let me see. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'll answer your question. No, I'm sorry. Can you talk near-death experiences? What's happening to these people? Well, like I talked about before, the me or the mind, I can't say it created the ethers, can't give it credit, but it saw that people were able to mentally advance through these kind of things. I don't think it anticipated that. Just as the same way I said where, they was taking the mushrooms and the acid and they wasn't getting high. They had to have something artificial. That's why they created this. So it became a point where they're able to go to these areas. So when they talk about this little boy that said he died and he went to see all this, and it's a lot of the Jesus story. But they can be at these gates for that stuff. Do you understand? So if you're in the middle place, like the cartoon Soul was showing you, in the middle place. Wes Pineri talks about that as well. Everybody don't get that, but if you get lucky enough to go to a middle place, you're not just going to necessarily go to see your Acoustic Records. They are in that shit too. Just like the ethers, as you move through, they can be in that shit. Understand that. This stuff been going on for a long time. So understand they can be in that shit too. And they're trying to gauge how much ability you have. So they take a little young soul like a little boy, and they paint that shit in his mind, push him back. What the little boy gonna say? They call it in Dark City tuning. So they can paint it in your mind. They can tune you. Of course, the little boy is going to have a lot of Jesus kind of experience. Now, every death, every near death that don't necessarily catch their attention. So a person could, in some ways, get saved by ancestors. I mean, what was Awaken1 saying? It's guys that's around you. Now, in some instances, they don't have a lot of power, but in other instances, you might be in a near-death experience on somewhere where they could have a hand. And it's possibly to catch you a little bit, as much as they can catch you. So can that happen? Yeah, it can happen. So Wes Paneri's work is really beautiful in talking about the people that do learn how to be dead. He calls it the middle place, where you can go look at your Akashic records and look over the family and understand to the next place where you're going. Who controls that is hard to say. Because you can go to your Akashic records without, near-death experience or dying. You can go to that. If you ever you get into it and you see like a hallway of doors, start damn looking in the doors. And I've told the story many times. My Akashic records is a damn newspaper thing. The old rolling where it's got a roller from one end of the plant to the other and the papers is coming through. And I have to physically climb up and look at the papers, shit going by and stop my shit. And then to see another part, I got to walk down and get on another one. I mean, it's just what they're making me go through. Don't ask me why. I can't explain it. But that is how I've got to do it. And that's okay. Once I learned how to do it, I'm like, okay, this is what I got to do to look through this shit. Well, I got time. You put me in this shit, and I'll take the time to look through this shit. Because it's nothing but my time. So, again, that's not an easy answer, but I think the answer you're looking for, the vibe I get from what you're looking for, is they can control that. They can definitely control that. And imprint, tuning, imprint, they can imprint that into you, that Jesus stuff. And they made a damn movie about it. So, it's so it's not an easy question. It's a couple layers there. So I hope one of the layers I peel back is helpful. I hope it's helpful. Moray? Can you see Akashic records through yoga, breathing, and mantras? Well, my hesitation is there's a couple of different kind of mantras. There's visual mantras, and then there's mantra chants. So I guess which one? I guess I'll go with both. Well, let's look at a physical mantra, because a physical mantra, again, say you're looking at it and it's actually rooms. And so you can collapse it. You got to, looking at those kind of mantras, you got to know, do you raise it or do you collapse it? So when you're looking at those type of mantras, you got to figure out that, do you raise it or do you collapse it? Again, if you can bring up the halls, that's a good place to start. Even I told with these goofy dudes, when I ran into these gods, these goofy gods, and a lot of it is Talalak. And this is kind of a New Year's thing, but these goofy gods, when they come out of the wall in a boat and they look at me and they just laughing at me, and then they go into the other wall. No, they actually retreated back in the same wall. So you can be in a room like that And if there's doors, more than one door, or even check the panels. Again, these jokers just came out of one of the panels. You could have access through that. Let me see how I just want to say it right. Or just wow. Oh, okay, here we go. So if you put that into your attention, you put that into your intention. Yeah, okay, I'll keep going there. So if you can put that into your intention, and then when you do whatever you do, yoga, breathing, whatever, make that your aim. Make that your aim. And the way it will sometimes come in is a clear hallway or even a room. So if that starts coming in through whichever means you try, it starts putting you into a room or hallways or doors. It might not necessarily be a hallway, it might just be doors. It's hard to say for each individual. But if you can start putting yourself in that, you might get access like that. You might be able to get access like that. But you got to put into your attention and just don't quit after one time. It's not, it ain't like boom, you just get this. You got to put intention into it. And it's a lot of leg work you got to do on the outside as well. And that could get really deep. So just be the best you could be. They play like the ancestors. The real ones will know by the results. Is suicide a natural of thoughts and reality? Is like why stay here? It's a selfish in a lot of ways, because a lot of times people think if you kill yourself, it'll hurt other people. Or if you kill yourself, you'll get out of trouble. Like I had a young man I knew that was a hustler, and fucker got busted and swallowed. They claim he swallowed an ounce of cocaine. I had another young brother that was about to go to prison because he got caught selling cocaine, and he killed himself before he went to prison. Both of these dudes was in their early 20s. Now, I can't imagine that Ralph swallowed an ounce. I always thought, and then I had some people come up to me when we was looking into it, and they was like, leave this shit alone. It just didn't make sense that he would swallow an ounce of powder. So I don't know. I mean, it's read my soul. I think it's the wrong reasons that most people want to do it. They think they hurting others. And it's pain. We all feel pain. Do you get a chance? Can you go back to my question? Go back to your question. Where is your question, Jeffrey? Damn, how long ago did you write this? Timler, what do you know about Gnosticism? Because Akron's AI come from that. Yeah. Where's the book? It's got to be right here. Oh, here it is. This is the Gnostic Bible, baby. I read from it last night about Ubatha. Now, your question is about Akron. Let me see. I'm saying this shit wrong. So, yes, I know about Gnosticism, and you ask archons, right? What do you know about Gnosticism? Because the Archon AI come from that. I tie in Ubatha a lot of with Bala Marduk. Remember, Gnosticism is still Catholics. You got to keep that in mind when you study Gnosticism. They still Catholics, Roman Catholics. They're not Christians or Catholics. The Gnostics are Catholics. It's a cult of Catholics. They didn't believe that it was a real person. So, are the archons AI? Haven't really thought about that. Could be. I don't know. I'd have to think about that before I give you a spot answer. It doesn't appear like it, though. It doesn't really appear like it. Far as what they control, it doesn't appear like it, Jeffrey. I would say no. I would say the AI came with Marduk when they brought the machines here. That to me, because it doesn't sound like the archons came in ships. Seemed like they were some type of natural element. So I don't think so. I remember I said the big picture of themselves in the walls, set of AKA the 32 paths of Quillet, none of them bother us. There you go. The fire in Plato's cave is like the massive AI network. That's a good point. It is because it makes you scared of your own shadow in Plato's cave. That's a good point, Moonrock. Time has shifted. Oh, interesting. Hey, Spiral Glyphs, thank you. Again, I had to shift with my lady friend the other time. My time of REM sleep is now between 4:30 and 6:30. Wow. Could you do some baseball vids when the regular season started? Yeah, they are showing the spring games. I was watching Twins Kansas City, maybe. I think it was the Grapefruit League. So they've been showing games already. But yeah, I'll do baseball vids. Look at the first vid I did on this channel about Hank Aaron when they telling Hank Aaron what's about to come. The dude gets in and tells Hank Aaron what's about to come. Because when Hank Aaron hit that home run, he wasn't young. Hank Aaron was in his 40s when he hit that home run to tie the record and get up to 750. I think that's what he ended up with, 755. He wasn't no young dude. They was telling him the pitches, and that pitch shows it. I watched that live. When I think I was a senior or a junior in high school when Hank Aaron hit that home run. Archon is a fake deity growing, feeding off your belief in it. There you go. I think the Marduk AI connection is on point. Yeah, I mean that's all. I mean, the me or the my is tied into that. Now, some other people that do the translation of Sumerian don't give any credence to the me or the my. But that to me is the one thing that you got to look at is the rise of the machine. The megaliths. I mean, they try to tell you this shit. How? That shit coming from what? 68, 69. They were trying to tell you how. Again, they believe in that Darwinism shit with the monkeys. Trying to tell you how they build this shit to put out the fractals. I mean, I've said this story several times. How is it that Alexander Graham Bell and a German within hours of each other getting patents? How is that possible? How is that possible that these two men came up with the idea? It ain't like the dude who they try to give credit for stealing Tesla's radio. That dude just took the prints and straight up stole his shit. And up till I was in high school, they were still talking about this Italian discovered the radio. When the Prince is Tesla's Prince. He didn't discover shit. He just copied Tesla's shit. Tesla had to sue this motherfucker. How you still teaching that shit in the 70s? When Tesla won his case, you trying to bury Tesla. Look it up. Tesla sued that motherfucker. The radio is Tesla's. The two things, the biggest two things we use of Tesla's is the radio and Bluetooth. That's it. Of all the shit he supposedly created, we use two things. Two things. To make you have them Apple earbuds, thank Mr. Tesla. He showed in the 1890s where you could have a power source and have something that would respond, and you didn't have to have any wires. The freaking fax machine was made in the 1800s when the radio was made. And fax machines wasn't really used until what, the 1980s? Spirograph. John D. and Edward Kelly with the magic squares took them to AI out of the obsidian mirrors. The Watchers gave them this. Interesting. Yeah, I can see that. Because again, like that goes into like you can trick the entity to come out of the mirror or show you where the entity in the mirror gets the power, but it also really would go into the genie in the body. You know, you trick that entity. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that in a minute. You trick the entity, and it's like you trick the genie. You know, you can lock the genie back in or bring the genie out. Hmm. It ties into Age of Aquarius, Water Bear, Cloud, Android, Clarity, Marduk. Time Lord was the movie Avatar about black people, and when we were we green before, is that why we call us people of color? A little bit, a little bit. It goes into both Dr. Valentine's work and Wes Paneri's work of saying that, you know, when we fed off Dr. Valentine gets into saying, you know, we were different colors. Wes using the saying we was different hues of waves, but it's the same work. So yeah, I mean, the time before we were parasites. Man, my creation story again, everybody was just the color of the water. Everybody was just like humanoids, but just all I found. And actually, you weren't really a solid. So I guess it's two different creation stories that I get into. But we just going on land. Yeah, everybody was just dark humanoids. So yeah, we were just different colors, and they were just absorbed. We lived by the sun. We didn't parasite on each other. The sun fed us. Like actually, especially when the two suns existed, that's all you needed. It was like you go into the Southwest and you look at the petroglyphs, and that is how a lot of the fractals was downloaded. So every solstice or whatever, they look at these petroglyphs, and again, that's how you get the fractals. So the whole tribe would come and watch the movement of this picture that these artists put and did precisely this going to come, and they was able to give the whole information to all their people. So they knew the precise time, and it's like in Mexico coming down the stairs. It's a serpent that comes down. That shit's been what, 700-800 years? This serpent can still come down. Look that shit up where you can see the serpent coming down. They made that shit that precise that for hundreds of years this shit still happens. So we ain't smarter. We are dumbed down. A person said black people could change colors based on chakras, but we couldn't turn white. Yeah, white means no melon. It means no melon at all. Love you, brother. I'm going to try to hit my dream. Okay, love you. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Get some rest. I know it's late where you are. Oh shit, yeah, it's really late where you are. And you're gonna have some screaming mouths in a minute. Let me see if my friend answered me. She's up. I don't know if she'll come on. She don't really like coming on. Well, we'll see in a half hour if she writes me. Who is this from? Oh, okay. Who sent me this? Okay. Whoever sent me that? Oh, okay. No, I don't know who sent me this. This is my shit here. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sending. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I can use this. All right. Sorry about that. That's some good news. Oh. I will give, even though she shamed me and my divinations are nothing like hers, I'll still read mine. So we have 13 platoons, 0 cartoons, 8 tunes. We are 5 and we are 17 kin. Right? 17 kin. Yes. And 17 kin is 17 kin is we have Kaban, Earth Force, synchronicity, power of intelligence synchronization. We're at a new cycle, and so we're starting to cycle from the east. This is probably my favorite fractal. Again, when they came into the Americas, you see how this is no coincidence. You see how they use some of our stuff to communicate, or we gave them ways to communicate with us. You see that? That is the fractal for Kaban. And let me see how long this shit is. It's worth reading. I'll pick it up from here. In this card image, we see movement representing by the dying process, which doesn't lead to the disappearance, but to movement and transformation. In the hand of the character, there's parchment containing his or her life story as a representation of recapitulation or relieving of what we do at the moment of death. Four energetic bodies are leaving the physical body of the dead one. From the base of the spine, the vital life force, Equato, known in India as Kundalini, is moving away. From the belly, a red button, a serpent representing the energy that is used to sustain the individual's life, is coming out. Emerging from the throat is a gray serpent with the head of Equato, deity of the wind and spirit, who represents the emotional body. A fourth and smaller serpent coming out the top of the head represents the thinking body, is abandoning the physical body as well. All these energetic serpents are not only disappearing, but also are coming back to the world of energy that is surrounding the human being. The physical body is now an incomplete corpse, is also becoming part of the energy of the world, represented by the gray background. Soon there will be no trace of that person. In this card, we see the movement of the energy that used to constitute the individual coming back to its origin, the endless ocean of energy and awareness, which everything comes back into and returns. Olin represents the permanently impermanent nature of life. Life is impermanent in the sense that it is always changing, but it is also impermanent, that is permanent. The specific feature of life is what troubles us the most, dealing with a world with a life that never remains the same. Once we manage to understand and adapt to a specific moment or situation in life, it changes again and again, bringing a new question and new demands to adapt to something else. The complexity of this may be expressed in the saying, when I finally get all the answers, the goddamn questions change. The only way to be synchronous with a moving world is with a moving awareness. Yes. To be to be part of life, to be, how do I want to say it? So you're experiencing it as a wiser being as you're watching. Lucid, you're lucid living. You know, you're watching this. It's like you're watching a play, and you almost know all the answers, but you are watching as it plays off. So you're not surprised by anything because again, this thing shouldn't surprise you. The only way to be synchronous with a moving world is with a moving awareness. Not only that, we need to develop a moving personality, a moving capacity for love, and so on. When you learned yesterday may not be enough for what you are facing today, you are not even the same person anymore. The realization of a world in constant transformation is what brings forth and gives sense to the whole concept of personal growth and development. Following a spiritual path, because the world and your life are always changing. You have to make sure you stay in motion too. You have to invent and reinvent yourself again and again in your process. This is the only way to remain in step with balance with the ongoing motion of energy that is in your life. When you are seeing, what you are seeing is just one of the sharp edges of life. Everything is dying from the moment it is born. You are seeing so many things going on and going away that it can take your breath away, but you must keep moving because there's a lot more coming towards you if you keep riding. Here's one. Do some research on the physical process that takes place at your age. Maybe make a diagram to show your financial situation, list your assets, your debts, and potential income sources. Take notes about the lessons you're learning in your time of trouble. Draw a mind map of how your current difficulties are going to build your future success. So those are some things you can practice. Okay. If I didn't just watch that shit, I wouldn't have thought it was real. So, she doesn't contact me. I'm getting sleepy. I already got a lot to do tomorrow. Weather was nice. I handed out too much damn food. I had all these people not wanting to take this dang food. They're like, this is too much. I'm like, I'm not keeping. You guys gotta take this stuff. So handed out a lot of food. I couldn't even tell you how much it weighed. I forgot to ask. I got it written down somewhere, but handed a lot of people food. My young neighbor, the autistic friend, I gave him a lemon meringue pie, and he was like, "Guys, lemons?" He's like, "Well, yeah." And I'm like, "You like the cream?" He's like, "Yeah, this cream is pretty good. So you might like it. If you don't like it, throw it away. I don't care." But I gave him this giant pie. And then I took him some cereal too and some eggs. I always give him eggs. I give him who was I telling? Government cheese. My daughter was like, "Do you have any government cheese?" I'm like, "What is government cheese?" Like, you've never had government cheese, but you know that kind of cheese that melts on the sandwiches. So that's a thing now. They call it thick things of cheese, government cheese. I think they made cheese anymore. Ariel, thank you for joining me. Rocky, I never had energy at home, but at work I always lament the things I should have. Okay, that is cool. And if you work hard, home is to rest. Home is to rest. Yeah. So make sure you get enough rest. I mean, even doing this, it's times where I don't like today. I got up fairly early. Like I didn't go to bed last night till about 4, and I still woke up at 9, 10. And I didn't need to wake up until like 11. I didn't have to go pick up all the food until noon. So, and my truck was packed with food. I had to put the damn hatch down. Girls get in the car from school. It's like, it smells like strawberries. And then, okay, check this out. I go get steak. I get 3 sirloin steaks to cook my children. And yeah, my daughter eats at her godmother's house. My son leaves. And I'm like, well, maybe we'll have steak tomorrow. Or I'm going to have steak. And I don't even hardly eat meat. What do you think about the UFC? It's fixed and they do control who wins or losses. Ariel, they fired 2 heavyweights yesterday. Did you catch that? I forgot their names, but 2 of the heavyweights got fired yesterday. So I don't. They didn't really. It didn't really show what they did, but they got fired. This ain't her. So I don't know. I don't know why they fired those 2 cats, but they let go 2 heavyweights. That was the first thing I saw this morning before I went to bed last night. He was talking about the 2 heavyweights. Didn't really say why. What the fuck is this? Why is it saying it's not making any sense? Where did it come in at? I don't know. It's not making sense. So, oh. So I don't know. I'll give my friend about 20 more minutes. She don't come on. I've been going almost 3.5 hours. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look them heavyweights up though. They got rid of 2 heavyweights today. Yeah, this morning. So I don't know what's going on. Why they got rid of those 2? It didn't really say. Just said they not under contract. I don't really follow it, but yeah, it's the same way. And it's these cats don't know how to fight. I mean, you look at what Archie Moore fought 200 and some fights. Them cats, 30 fights? It's not a very sustaining career. And what's interesting is I still don't understand why they don't wear the ear protectors. Because like Conor McGregor, all of them got them wrestling ears. You would have thought they would have figured out something to take that away. Seems like the bigger guys would do that, but all these guys got you even see it in the fake wrestling, the WWE and all that. You see them dudes with what they call cauliflower ears. That doesn't come from pro wrestling, the old college wrestling. Them guys had them getting socked in the ear. Just takes all that cartilage because your ear and your nose is pretty, it's nothing but cartilage. So all that can be destroyed. And that's what they call cauliflower ear. Years of abuse, years of being struck, being held, being pinched. I'm always tired at home, but when work time draws near, I have energy and think of the stuff I should do for myself. Then you might have something that's draining you at home. Find out what's draining you. But on the other hand, anticipating. See, maybe do this. give yourself things to do at home, because that's what you're doing. You anticipating what you have to do at work. And so as you go to work, you already, you have set goals. So do that at home. Find out if some shit's draining you though too. You might have some in there that's feeding off you. So get rid of that shit first. But if not, get a set of things to do that'll give you some shit to do at home. Because when you're going home and it's just like you do shit as it comes on, instead of, it seems like you work better when it planned out. So when you get off, look at the day, look at the day you got ahead or the night you got coming up and say, I got to do this, this, and that at home. Might give you a little more energy. But it might be something, I'm getting a feeling something's draining you at home. So get rid of that shit, whatever's draining you. See, it's got to be something like if you're dreaming about a weight and they show you some shit in the house, get rid of that shit. Because I'm sensing some kind of weight is kind of draining you too. So make sure that you don't have that. If something's in your house that's giving you a bad vibe, that's probably it. So, I seen that shit with nearly all fighters. Damn, that shit looks terrible in my opinion. Yeah, and it doesn't appear like plastic surgery can fix it. But you see it in WD, and you see it, you see the mixed martial arts with it. So I don't understand why they don't wear the ear protectors. I mean, again, a guy looks better when you can see all of him. That makes sense. But for the sake of their ears, it doesn't look good. Because most of them in high school had to wear that shit. And in college. So that came, a lot of that destruction of the ears came after college. So that's sad. That is sad. That is sad. And it seemed like it'd be something that they would get rid of. Because last night I got done and she wrote me. She's like, give me the link to your channel. So I wrote her this morning to come in at like 2 a.m. So I'll give it 10 more minutes because this is a long time. But I appreciate everybody. I mean, you guys have really helped me with the interest, with the questions, with the comments, and I appreciate the comments. I really do. I don't take offense to it. I don't. If you like it, and tell me. Like I did the last video. I knew when I was taping, I knew I should have showed it at regular speed, but I was concentrating so much on catching it in slow motion that I never ran at full speed. And so I'm sorry about that, because I thought about it after I did. I was like, oh shit, I didn't show it at regular speed, and I should have. And somebody commented that, and I'm like, oh, you're right, I should have. So I am perfect at being imperfect. I am perfect at being imperfect. But I'll say this, becoming in your own spirituality, I feel great. I feel that even though all this shit is fucked up, that the more I evolve, the stronger I'm going to get. It's like I see all this shit that's coming, and I cried before, and I'm not going to cry again because I cried once. And it doesn't mean that the people in my life I don't care about, but it's like, you're not going to do that to me twice. I'm not going to suffer twice. I already suffered in the real shit before. So, let me show you what my friends showed me. And I don't even know what to tell you about it, but I will tell you this. And I know my son had brought this up. So when I talk about being in Brahma's tears, I'm this being. Human, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's about pure love. I am this being right here. I don't know where, how, or why, and how I'm who I am now, but when I lived in Brahma's tears, this is who I am, that being. And his name is Lord Human. And I guess the people in his heart is he serves for love. He's about pure love. But again, being him and using this instrument to protect my people. And I, the Monkey King movies has always spoken to me. I used to have one of the Monkey King features in here because it's basically the same character. But I was asking my friend about it, and this was an interesting. Anybody that follows me, I don't do shows usually Wednesday morning. Tuesday is like my day off, and I was telling her that. And Tuesday is his day. My friend was saying like they don't eat meat on his day. It is almost like Jewish faith people on Sundays. It's like Tuesday is his day, and so you hardly do anything as kind of a gift to him. So I found that interesting. I already take that day off, so I'm gonna follow the energy more since the energy naturally came to me. And I don't know where this comes from. Again, I was never raised in any of this further stuff. I don't understand why these fractals of all the fractals in the world, why these fractals came to me first more than anything in my spirituality. I don't understand this, where it comes from. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful for having that experience. So, despite all this fear, there's a lot of good to look in yourself too as you evolve. Because once this monster, once this thing can't give you fear anymore, it loses. It goes away. I don't understand why they're tearing up my furniture. I'm about to throw something at them. I think my water bottle will make it. What are you tearing up over there? If aliens don't exist and you don't believe or who these UFOs are coming from somewhere, it's the military, they got it from somewhere. Don't forget about UFO, they are under the sea too. Well, that gets into Marduk. Thank you. Well, you're welcome, Jay. I don't believe in anything. And I don't put anything past these mugs. I don't put anything past them. I mean, I've talked many times about Marduk supposed to be living under the ocean. So is it possible that other beings is down there with him? Very possible. Very possible. I just say the aliens is these mugs that's here. Again, if the me or the mind set itself up, it can give the technology to those it wants to give to. Now think about it like this. This damn cat is chasing its tail. Think of it like this. What do you think the first jets look like to the people flying in World War II? When the Nazi jets first came across, what do you think they thought those was? When they first saw them, it looked like aliens, alien technology. And a lot of that's what I think we see today. I think the aliens is Americans. I don't think it's other people, other species. I don't think so. It doesn't appear like it. Appear like it's just them, just the military arm of them. Now, the tale they try to put out there saying they done captured some shit or traded. I don't know if any of y'all heard that, where they trade. The aliens need some shit, the humans need some shit, so they trade. And then you catch them moving around. What did you learn from Predator? He didn't really want to be seen. He blending in. What has got these cats going crazy? I don't know. Hey Jay, what's that? I wouldn't be surprised if 90% UFOs is citing this government. Yeah, that's what I think too. Yeah, very bad kitties. I think they're over there damn having sex. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, and neither one of them, she can't get pregnant, so I think he's shooting blanks. Yeah, Jay, I think so too, though. I think it's our government. I really do. Now, again, if Marduk is truly living under the ocean, it's very possible he has others. Very possible. Again, this old kind of being Very possible. It was some stuff. Dang. They now they're admitting that it's something else down there. They're saying, well, it's another sphere in the middle of the earth. It's just, they've changed the shit all the time. They always are changing this shit, always. So they don't know. They can't go down there. So they're just guessing. They're just giving you guesses is what they think this shit is because they're limited. Now, if there's intelligent beings that live in the center of the earth, well, they definitely got the upper hand. They definitely got the upper hand because they can keep them away from them, So that's what I think. Just like that movie on Netflix years ago. When they got attacked, they found it was real humans attacking the synthetics. The synthetics had taken over the world. The real humans was trying to come back. But it was still the same thing, humans. So humans are good at reverse engineering. All we have to do is get our hands on the tech. Well, again, I'm a CMM person. So we did that all the time. We'd look at the schematics, and then we could go from building it backwards. Because again, if we didn't have a prototype, we could look at it and we could actually, now you can put that shit in a 3D printer. You can have a printer make it, and then you can put it on the machine and measure it to see if it's up to spec. That's how far it's come. So yeah, of course, reverse engineering. A lot of the real McCoy's work was stolen like that. I mean, look at what Lexus did. Lexus took Mercedes apart and BMWs apart. They didn't fuck with Cadillacs. And they went through every part on Mercedes and BMWs. When Toyota decided, because Lexus is Toyotas, let's be honest. They just Toyotas with a different name. Yeah, so I don't know. It's like could be. And again, I do see where Marduk came from somewhere else, but it's explained where it came from too. So could be. I don't vibrate with that shit, and that shit stays away from me. Let me see if she's up. If she ain't up, I'm about to go to sleep, y'all. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think she's up. Well, let me see. See if she's up. I don't know if she'll come on here. Damn, what is all these people doing up? It's late as hell in Michigan. No, I don't see her in here. Maybe another time, guys. Maybe another time. But it doesn't look like she's in here. We'll catch her on another time. What can I do? Because this is going really long. I don't mind, though. It's only 2, so I don't mind. I'll give her a few more minutes. But again, I appreciate everyone. The support is really crazy. Or as we say, the support is bananas, and I appreciate it. And I hope that, the weather's changing everywhere for everybody. Because again, the nicer days keep the cooties away. And it's good to see the states opening up. Fighting back. Because what are they already saying? Well, certain mayors is already coming up. Well, you still got to wear your mask in the stores. The stores are still going to make you wear them. You got to turn into the Lone Ranger when you go into the stores. Even though the state says drop them. See how they're trying to fight back to keep everybody ignorant, keep everybody under control. So keep that in mind. But applaud the states that is under it. Jeffrey, what happened to Connecticut today? Something happened in Connecticut today. Connecticut either passed weed or they dropped the mandates for the mask too, didn't they? Or opened the state up, one or the other. No, I don't. I saw them in the red, so I don't think they opened the state up. But something happened in Connecticut that I came across. Can't remember right now. Can't remember what it was. What race would Marduk, Iniki, and Neil be, and how would they look? 7 feet tall with beards. I don't know about the other two, but Marduk is a dark being. Even Stinchen says that. He's a melanated being. Like I was saying, the early looking humanoids, he looks more like that. Can't say the other two. Because Enil is let me see, one is the thunder god, and the other is one's the air god, the other one's the land god. So, no, Marduk ain't portrayed as being big. They the dog people. And the dog people, Lord of the Rings, the fight of the five armies. When you see the elves, that's Marduk. They were supposed to be the little beings that conquered the giants. We supposed to be the giants. Remember how dumb and the giants is like animals? We are the giants. Marduk and them is the little fighting, That is about Marduk and them people. So no, they wasn't big people. They would be the opposite. They'd be little people. Remember how fierce they had the little people? Remember that the leader was riding the damn ram and shit. Remember that? That's who they're talking about. They're talking about them, the dog star people. So no, they wouldn't be big people. They'd be the opposite. Now in Stinchon's work, remember in Stinchon's work, they put Enil and E, but like again, one is a storm god, one is the earth god. So one means the wind god, Enil, and I think Iniki means the land god. So a lot of myths that they just myths. But again, in Stinchon's work, the lost works of Iniki, remember one of them was walking naked, and he's supposed to be like 10, 12 feet, and his swank is really big, and one of the humans sees it and really likes it, but she doesn't think she can accept it. And he found a way to, whatever. It was like she looks at it and she's like, there's no way I can take all that. And then he rained his love upon her. That's what the shit says. It's like, if it's big as you are, you can't get it. But that's what it says. Even though of the immense size, he was still able to rain his love on her. That Stinchon shit. So a lot of that shit's made up. So, but Marduk is definitely portrayed as small, a small being. That's dark, melanated. But this is what Stinchon says. No, and even West Paneri get caught in this shit, that racist shit. Dark, but not Negro. That's what fucking West Paneri says. Dark, but not Negro. Melanated is melanated, baby. But you see the racism even West falls into. Dark, but not Negro. Only a racist writes some shit like that. Only a racist would write that. So West, if you ever hear this, that shit was fucking racist. Dark, but not Negro. Only racist writes that, West. So if anybody's listening, you tell that motherfucker that, or I'll tell him that shit on Facebook. These states have lost too much revenue. They ain't fooling nobody. There you go. Oh no, they don't open up state in Connecticut. Connecticut has a bill they are trying to pass to legalize weed. My state is the worst. No, Jeffrey, then you ain't heard about it. Something happened in Connecticut. Something got opened up there. Wasn't weed. I thought it was weed, but it wasn't weed. It was something else. Something else was freed up there. I'll think about it. If I think about it by tomorrow, I'll write it down. But something happened in Connecticut that I came across. Something got released. Can't really remember. Well, my friend is letting me down. It is after 8 o'clock in London. It's after 8 o'clock in London, and she's not writing me back. And I've been going for an extremely long time, going on 4 hours. Yeah, she's not writing me. Let me see if she's on. She's not on. So that means, well, let's see. Nope. These damn motherfuckers be on all night on this shit. The fuck is these people on at 2 o'clock in the morning in Michigan? It's 3 in Michigan. See why the people in California on. Nope, she's not responding. Yesterday, well, let me see what's yesterday. I had just went off. Let me see. No, that's not telling the time. Yeah, she hit me at like 2:53. I just went off, and she hit me. So it's okay. It's okay, guys. So basically, the back behind this shit. Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically. Yeah. That watch them. Watch how they act. How they have no fear. That's Marduk in them. And then the other one is, the other gnomes is like, the political people of it, But that's how they from them, the fierce fighters, but they wasn't big people, and they got joy in beating bigger people. But that is them. Did you see the Pope in Iraq? Yes, I did. I didn't know Iraq had Christians in it. I didn't know they allowed Christians. And Iraq was created by the British. The British intelligence created Iraq because the Saudis believe they own all that shit. After World War One, the Saudis thought they was getting all that shit. And instead, the British created Iraq, the Americans created Iran. No, the British created Iran, the Americans created Iraq and Kuwait. That is how they chopped it up. But it was all the Saudis. He expected to get all that. They didn't give it to him. They chopped it all up. So that's why he still thinks he deserves all that shit. So, yeah, I agree with Zach Hubbard. British intelligence still run that shit. Think about it like this. So you really believe that Americans backed CIA, Saddam. The Iraqis are backed. Iran is backed by motherfucking England. So do you think that the Americans and England was just giving money to Iraq? You don't think the English was giving money to Iran? You think the English really just let them motherfuckers take that shit and they couldn't have took it back at any time? Like they held them hostages. They did that shit just to weaken Jimmy Carter. And Reagan did treason the same way Richard Nixon did treason. Reagan contacted another country while he was a president, which is treason, and told them not to let the troops out, not to let the hostages out. The same thing that Richard Nixon told the North Vietnamese, and Johnson was wanting to lock his ass up for that shit. They got that on tape. That's treason. That's treason. You see how they let treason go? You or I did that shit. They put you on television and fuck you up. But Richard Tricky Dick did it. So I just say this: don't live your life in fear. Discover your true spiritual potential. Live only your truth. And remember, the moment is all you have. And it's truly all you have. Every progression is through moments. I mean, when they tell you that you're about to get killed or shot or something, they say your life flashes before your eyes. No, it don't. What flashes before your eyes is that moment. You paid more attention to that moment more than you ever had before. Because something inside might tell you that this is it. So you are trying to see everything. Just like the ancient one said, I am trying to hold on to 10 seconds. I've lived 1,000 years, but I want to hold on to these last few seconds. That's really what happens. You only see in this moment. I mean, that's the problem with ghosts. Ghosts are locked in a moment. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Even presidents since JFK were war criminals. Yeah. The restaurants half open. Did you see certain places are open, but still have capacity with the mask. My bad. I forgot. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's what I saw. I saw something about Connecticut today. So guys, she's not riding me. So maybe it's meant for another day. I thank you guys. I hope you appreciated seeing the Awaken1. I got to get Brother Charles back on here. Love to get my brother on here. He would really chop it up. And Yeah, I'm called Brother Charles. So maybe I'll be on a little earlier tomorrow too. Because I know Charles, when I do late shows with Charles, Charles be getting sleepy on me. So I definitely have to get him on a little early, even though Charles is a little younger than me, but still. And he's out west, just having fun. So maybe I'll call him. I've been thinking about him, and during these military times, he has all that military experience. Would like to get his viewpoint of things. So thank you everyone for the questions and the support again, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for people that are going to see my videos in the future because, again, I have achieved in weeks what it took me years before to achieve, and I appreciate that. That's from the people, and so I appreciate because in ways I do give to the people because I am the people and I love the people. I give freely to the people with consideration. I push that on. Now I'm not a perfect motherfucker. I'm perfect at being imperfect. But I don't try to deceive anybody. I don't try to take advantage of anybody. I try to tell you the truth as I understand it, my knowing. I don't try to come on here and fake it. I don't try to come on here and try to be more than I am. You see, I'm very humble. Very humble. I like clothes. That's kind of my thing. I saw 20 years of future. I saw 20 years of future, something I almost did when I was younger. Oh, wow. Wow. And so this is the Chocolate Mountain Show. I've been your host. Eight Wind is timeless. And till we meet again. Thank you.